Okay, here we are again. As per the norm, the usual. Wait a few minutes and then we'll get started. Let me mix my Fallout 4 so that it's muted when it goes live, so I don't get into any copywriting trouble. And then we'll go from there. Kind of in that limbo zone right now. It's just cold enough in the house to where I need my jacket on to stay warm enough, but I also feel like I'll be just warm enough to where I'll be sweating on one part, like on my back or on my neck, because my hair is too friggin' long. Gonna get it cut. Barber didn't have an appointment for a month after I called him. And then on the hands, on my extremities, I'm going to be cold. And basically, we're going to have to keep playing hot and cold today. So that's cool. I love playing hot and cold. It's my favorite minigame. Alright, so let's do this and pull this up and then do this. And in a minute, we will start up. And I will unmute while we're in the loading screen like I did before. Matter of fact, let me take a drink right now because I think we started at 4:28, so we might as well get moving. Oh, you know what? I almost forgot something. Let me do this other something first and then I'll get started. That. Erase that, erase this, erase that. Okay. I think that's it. All right. Just had to fix my notes real quick because I have a whole bunch of stuff listed in my notes, including all of the hoarding that we still need to do in this game, because there is still some hoarding to do. But thankfully, a decent chunk of the hoarding has already been done due to my either due diligence or kleptomania. It kind of depends on how you look at it. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Fallout 4, the stream edition. Last time I mentioned that I did some scrapping here at Sanctuary, and we ended here so that I could pick some stuff up and do some more inventory management. But I don't think I really got into exactly what I did before we had to end the episode, because we were over 3 hours at that point, so I'll just kind of go over it with you. In between last episode and this episode, I also changed the name of my black rim glasses and my suit to 8 suit and 8 sunglasses. The reason for this is because I have Grape Mentats hotkeyed on my 8 key. So that will just remind me that it's hotkeyed on my 8 key by having the 8 in front of it. I'll be like, what's the 8 mean? Oh, right, okay. So that's that. As for the rest, we have a few items available here. You remember last time that Oberlin Station wanted us to clear out Taffington Boathouse of its bug problem so that they could have some of their friends move in. I have brought along enough materials here, in here and in aid in the form of fruits and veg that we can plant, so that I can make food, water, and defense setups for Taffington Boathouse, and then also finish the defense setup for Grey Garden and Oberlin Station when we get them, because Grey Garden just needs a couple more turrets, and Oberlin Station, as far as I'm aware, already has food and water. They just don't have defense set up. And once we do that, we will be in great shape. But you may be wondering, hey, how did you get the materials just like that? Didn't you have a whole bunch of junk that could have broken down into that, but you didn't have the materials itself? Well, you see, what I actually did in between Friday's stream and Monday's stream was I took stock of all of my materials in the workshop that we had gotten over the course of the past 5-6 streams, and I broke it all down into its component materials, and I stuck it here in Sanctuary. Now, what I actually did, the stuff that's inside of the workshop right now is mostly the leftover stuff that I don't actually need. I took all the stuff that we're going to need for upgrading and everything else and the like, and I stuck it inside of this metal box here. Now, we're not completely done with getting materials here, but basically this stuff will allow us to make every armor upgrade, every weapon upgrade that I need to make over the course of the game. Every turret that I'll need to make over the course of the game is also stored in here somewhere. There's a few other materials that we have in here that we'll need for other things. We're not quite done looking for materials, although I might grab one fiberglass just so I can untag it, because we don't actually need that anymore to be tagged for search, because I have a way of getting fiberglass without having to tag it. So let's untag it and then stick it back in the box. But yeah, basically I took stock of all that stuff and I stuck it in here. And the nice thing about this box is that I can pick up everything that's already in this box, and it won't put me over my carry limit even if I lose the grilled radstag that we have in effect currently. So it's like 277, I think, weight-wise. Whereas if I picked up all the junk without breaking it down into components, I'd be carrying a lot of weight around and have to make multiple trips to and from Sanctuary once we get our next checkpoint, our next place that we can store materials, which is going to be a much more centralized location to the rest of the game. And we might even get to it today, although probably it'll be more like a Thursday kind of a job, I think. Because today, well, I have a plan. We're going to leave all that stuff there for now. We're going to leave all of this stuff here for now because this is a whole lot of caps just sitting in a container. I also need to put the shotgun shells in there at some point, but we'll worry about that when I actually want to put away the shotgun. It's still doing pretty good work for me. So Taffington Boathouse is down here by Mystic Pines. We're going to go there. We're going to clear out Taffington Boathouse. I'll probably sleep on the way because it's already 6:18 and we're probably not going to get to Mystic Pines until close to midnight. But once we clear out Taffington Boathouse, we're going to do a bit of fast traveling today. We'll fast travel back to Grey Garden. We'll set up their defenses. We'll fast travel back to Oberlin Station, turn in the quest, set up their defenses. And then once we're done with that, I'm going to fast travel over to Backstreet Apparel, because this street near Backstreet Apparel with this bridge that runs over the river, if you follow it down, you can actually take it directly to Boston Public Library, which is where I want to go in order to get a little more intelligence, because we can pick something up there that will increase our intelligence stat so that I can invest in the science perk and modify my laser rifle into a competent laser pistol. Once we do all that, we're going to come back up this way and go to, where is it? There it is, Cambridge Polymer Labs. We're going to do that quest because I've been holding off on doing that for a while. And once we're done with all of that, I'm going to come back to Sanctuary. We're going to pick a bunch of stuff up that I need, all the materials in that box, probably as many of the valuables as I can bring with me. And anything else I don't need, I'll just fast travel to and from to bring it with me later. And then we will finally head down here to Diamond City to finish that whole thing up, so that's going to be cool. Hopefully we get all that done today. I'm pretty sure we will, so let's get started with it, because there's no time like the present. Especially for this settler and this Brahmin that seem to have their textures be loading in as the loading screen loads in. Okay. I don't know if that's totally necessary, you guys, but buddy, was there something over there? No. Okay, I'm imagining things. Never mind. Carry on. I think I might need to reload. Yeah, I was going to say, I think I didn't quite reload everything the last time, so we'll reload as much as we can here. I'll leave the double barrel out, I think, for now. I don't think we have a crit built up, but it will probably come in handy while we wander around just in case. We're coming up on a lake here, or a pond, whatever you want to call it. So there's a distinct possibility we might find mirelurks here. I thought those were eggs just there, but they were not, so. And now I'm in the drink. I would prefer to be out of the drink, actually. There we go. No, there's a crashed vertibird there. I think if you go down there, there's like a suit of power armor, but considering the fact that we found Mystic Pines at like level 3, it's probably just going to be T45, so I don't think we're going to bother with that. Should we camp out for the night here? I feel like that's not too dangerous to do. And then we can wake up in the morning and go there by daylight. Maybe the bugs will be sleeping if they're nocturnal. I don't know, can bugs be nocturnal? I don't remember how that works. Anyway.
Hey, go check that out.
Send my boy to take a snooze. There he go. Now I go take a snooze. And hopefully when I wake up in the morning, we won't be getting lambasted by raiders and a whole bunch of other stuff. I might not need this fire. You know, I might actually take some of the bug meat, depending on which bugs we find, and cook it with this last fire kit, but I don't know if we're going to need the fire kit all that badly anymore, because I've kind of got a lot of food already. I might have enough to finish the whole game with just now, just from all the wandering around and picking up food that we've done, so I don't know, I might just use that last fire kit the next time we camp so that I can cook the food, but we'll see. For now, sleep on the water's edge and probably get bitten by 16 billion mosquitoes. As if I wasn't already having enough problems with bugs with Taffington Boathouse. Now I'm going to have more problems from sleeping on a lake. Okay, stretch break right away. That's fine. Alright, let's put this bad boy away. Go to third person so I can pet my boy. Find the dog bed. There it is. Are you ready for another adventure? Good boy.
Hey.
Alright.
Come on.
Time to go. Now, let me go back here, pick this up. Let's have some breakfast, since I almost forgot that. I seem to continue to forget that all the time, which is not so good. Doesn't really say good things about my memory. Alright, some corn, some wada, and some red roach. Just munch our way through the rad roach, so we're in good shape. I think if we follow the power pylons, I think we'll be able to get to the boathouse without having to go too far on the road here. I think the more you stay on the road, the more likely you are to run into radiant events that happen along the way, so I mean, I'm not opposed to the radiant events, but most of them are like just a bunch of random stuff, you know, just finding you. I suppose we could run into traders or something along the way, though. That would be kind of nice. All right, so not my next right, but the right after this right, where this stoplight was. Let's just avoid the cars because I have PTSD from... I don't know if we even found any mines in Cambridge. I feel like we might have found one, but I think that was over by the train rather than in Cambridge itself. So... Well, this isn't a good sight. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, buddy. Gunner mercenaries. What do you suppose they were up to? trying to kill Brahmin? I don't know. I don't think I like it though. I'm not a big fan. I'm gonna take the Brahmin meat though. Oh, that paint can's got some oil in it. That's good. This cooler has nothing in it. Excuse me, pardon me. Fred O'Connell. Don't know who that is. Sorry to see that he's dead, but don't know who that is. Let's get out of here before more gunners show up. Because gunners are hard at this point in the game. Well, I guess it depends on the gunner. If it's like a higher level one, then yeah, they'll be difficult. But if it's not a higher level one, then we'll be okay. Alright, so this is Taffington Boathouse. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that the bugs are going to be very unhappy with me if I go there.
Ha 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 ha. Been almost 2 years, laughing face.
Hey, there you go. Thanks for the resub, Marie. That is 21 months. Yes, congrats on almost 2 years. How you doing? Welcome back. We're killing some bugs for Taffington Boathouse. I should probably explode the blood sac, but, you know. It's really hard to hit these hatchlings, though, like in VATS itself with the targeting, because their bodies are so much smaller. So it just makes it tough sometimes. Okay, hello. Just makes it tough sometimes to actually shoot them, I guess. Like this. Okay, that gets rid of you. Now for you. That is not what I wanted to do. Get off of me. Eh. Am I going to be able to stand still and do this, or...? Because okay, don't need giant mosquitoes eating the shit out of me. Get the fuck off of me. It's like they're attached to me now. It's going to turn into that Bloodborne section where, was it Bloodborne? I forget if it was Bloodborne or something else. I'm dying. Hold on. Stop it. Well, those were terrifying. Just a smidge. I'm still dying, so let's take some more, man, this is all my blood, isn't it? Man, stim packs are pretty good, aren't they? They help quite a bit. But yeah, I guess I'll take the blood bug meat. Might as well. I think it gives you a little bit of extra HP or something if, you know, if you do it right. Oh, look, you need stim packs, finally. Yeah, it's about time, right? Just because the blood bugs ambushed the hell out of me. Taffington Boathouse. Although I might be able to get the jump on them in here, so that's nice, I guess. I forget if I have a crit yet or not. Oh, look, I can cook them right here once I'm done. That telephone doesn't have anything in it that I need anymore. I guess I'll take the Psycho. They can probably still hear me up there. I can definitely hear them. There's also a radio on somewhere. Probably up there. Colander, coffee pot. That's a part of the fridge, I think. They're like, we know you're here. Where are you, human? Oh, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to make your day a living hell. Okay. Maybe I can hit them from here. Definitely not. Hang on, buddy. I'll be out of your way in a second. Then head. Got it. Cool. That's one. Now for the next one, who may or may not know where I'm at. He doesn't appear to be moving at the moment, but... You want some of him, buddy? Go get him. Dog found something. Yes, I also found something. A gigantic bug that appears to have lost its brain cells because it's trying to fly in whatever direction that is. And it can't seem to find me. Surprised that so much architecture survived the nuclear apocalypse. Yeah, I guess they built them better in the Fallout universe. I don't know. Something like that. Ugh. Giant mosquitoes. Definitely not my favorite animal to find in the post-apocalypse, that's for sure. I'll take the extra fusion cells, though. That's nice. This is an advanced safe, and the computer cannot get us through it, so we're not unlocking that. I will unlock this, though. Dogmeat, screwdriver. Thank you. Gotta go turn the radio off. Well, I don't have to, but I probably will. I have over 99 bobby pins. Well, that's fun. Muzzled calibrated powerful pipe pistol, night vision calibrated powerful pipe rifle. No thanks. Those can stay. Well, I guess somebody was trying to... Maybe that's why they told me to clear this place out, because this Mary and Margaret were here, and then they, excuse me, didn't make it. Can I read this from here, or do I have to stick... I have to stick it in my inventory to read it. Oh, good. Something else to add to my ever-growing list of miscellaneous items. You have so many because you aren't snapping them every other attempt at lockpicking. Yes, that's true. It's kind of one of those things, like, once you know the trick to Bethesda lockpicking, you just never run out of lockpicks. Like, I've seen people have a lot of trouble with the lockpicking in Bethesda games, especially on PC. They're like, no, it's a lot harder on PC. It's like, listen, just because you can't turn it slower, it's always in a certain number of spots in Bethesda games. It's never anything else. It's like 3 spots for novice locks, 5 spots for advanced locks, like 8 spots for expert, and 12 for master. And once you know the trick, it's like, okay, just wait for a little resistance and then back off. Mom, Russell has been gone over a day now, and I'm getting worried. We were going to wait to tell you, but we found an old holotape from before the war in the boat shed. It sounded like someone had stashed some chems in the drainage at the end of the canal. Russell thought we might be able to sell them to one of the traders, maybe use the caps to buy another Brahmin. I'm sorry we didn't tell you. We just wanted it to be a surprise. But that's the second one of those bugs we've seen today, and I think something went wrong, so I'm going to have a look for him. Don't worry, I'm just going to take a quick peek, and I'll be back soon. Margie. How did that work out for you, Margie? Because, well, Mary... It didn't work out for Mary. She's probably your mother, and definitely dead. So, that sucks. Sorry about that. Also, don't know where Margie went. But at least they have some beds here already, so that's kind of nice. I feel like I should take this cooking station outside, though, or it's going to burn the house down. So I'll probably do that in a second. Oh. Ghastly. I guess the blood bugs sucked all the blood out of that thing, or at least sucked it mostly dry. Alright, so all we have to do is hit up the workshop there, but I kind of want to see what's in the garage first before we do that. Wish you wanted to lockpick, but oh well. We'll be doing more advanced lockpicking when I play Skyrim, and when I play another game that's kind of similar. I saw tripwires and I immediately went hidden. Hang on, buddy. I gotta get around this without tripping something. And I don't know if I can, so close the door. Yeah, so when we play Skyrim and we play a couple of other games that are similar to it, that have similar lockpick mechanics, we will actually do more advanced lockpicking. I just don't find it all that worth it, because the loot inside of the lockpicked chests is not leveled, even though you have to have a higher skill in order to actually unlock it. You could get the same stuff or the best stuff out of a novice locked thing, and then you could go after a master locked thing and it would give you junk by comparison to what you got in that novice locked one. So I don't know why Bethesda does that with their games either. Like, it happens in a lot of them, and I feel like if you're going to make me invest in a perk, you should at least make it so that the loot is valued, you know? Otherwise, what's the point? Alright, actually they have some food already out here. There's some gourds. 4, 5. Okay, so if a settler comes here, which they said that they'll have somebody move in once I take care of things here, they'll have some gourds left over, I guess. So since that's the case, yeah, who the fuck traps the entrance to a garage? A very paranoid person, I guess. But since they've already got that, that would be 2.5 food, and then this will make for 8 defense. So all we got to do is put in 1 water spigot, and that should be good, I think. Let's see. Let's go back to water spigot, which is under resources. Water. Yep, I brought that 1 concrete with me explicitly for this reason, so we'll put it... it's kind of gross to put it in with this Brahmin, but at least then it's like, you know, near where the lake is. Can I not... Oh, okay, see, I just needed to have a different surface. I feel like that's inside the fence, but oh well. Alright, so there's 3 water. There's 2.5 food once the settlers get here, and they have 8 defense, so that's 3 beds. For 2 settlers, that's fine. 3 water for 2 settlers, that's fine. 2.5 food for 2 settlers, that's fine. Let's see. I might put some food down, though. Like, I might put 1 extra food down, because we can go as high as 8 between food plus water and still be okay. So, now, do I build carrots here, or do I keep the carrots for myself and just give them some corn? I think I'll build a corn. Why not? Okay, so that'll be 3 food and 3 water once the settlers get here. So that's cool. Should be good. I will put the rest of the food away once we get back. I'm going to go back to Sanctuary at some point, and we'll do that. But before we do that, we've got a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm going to take it to the other places that we need to go. We also got a combat shotgun, so that's fun. The combat shotgun uses the same shells as the double-barreled. It does less damage, but it's got more ammo per clip, basically. I think it starts at 8 ammo per clip, so you don't have to keep reloading, which is kind of nice. Alright, so that's Taffington Boathouse done. Next thing, we're going to go back to Grey Garden. We'll finish building their turrets, so that should be a quick stop, and then I think we'll just follow the train tracks up to get back to Oberlin Station and let them know that that's done. And once we're done with that, we'll build some turrets for Oberlin Station. I think they need 2, and Grey Garden needs 2. And I think for Grey Garden, I'm actually going to take a couple of these mute fruit trees out, just in case. I don't want there to be... Or maybe I'll take something out from in here, because I feel like that would be a little easier. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Point is, let's get to building. Let's put up another turret. Do I want it here? I guess I could put it at the end of this thing. Pardonnez-moi. Dogmeat. Let's see. Fence, turrets, this turret. Turn it that away. It's probably not going to be even, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be. We can deal with it. I'll deal with the OCD of it not being even. Let's see. I put one over there. I don't know where the ambushes come from in this area, so I guess just sticking one down here might not be a bad idea. Like, this looks like an open spot where something can, like, walk towards the settlement, you know, so maybe we'll put it here. Alright, so that is 32 defense. They have 29 food and 3 water, that's 32. So it should be good. But again, just in case it's not good, let's take a couple of food items out so that they don't have as much to do. Gourd planter produces 1. Carrot planter produces 2. Can I take this whole carrot planter out and just get a whole bunch of carrots out of it? I can get 1 carrot out of it. But that would take enough food out of it, so I'll take that. So I can get the carrots. Carrots are not as easy to come by.
Another admirer comes to see me.
Hello, Supervisor. You're all defensed up. Ooh, I missed this. And there was some duct tape in it, so it's a good thing I checked. The robots will still probably go over to the carrot rack there and, like, tend to it as if it's still there. But that's okay. It doesn't matter to me too much. I'll just, you know, I'll just let them do their thing, because we don't have to go back there ever again if I don't want to. We probably could to grab some food items from them if I wanted them, but I don't know. Don't really need them, I don't think. It's mostly like gourds and mute fruit. There's some corn, some potatoes. I've already got plenty of potatoes. Now, if it was a carrot farm in there, you bet your ass I'd be going there, but it's not a carrot farm, so... Because if I could get carrots from them and potatoes from Abernathy Farm, then I could make as much Yao Guai roast as I could get my hands on Yao Guai meat. And that would be awesome, because then I could deal absurd amounts of damage. Alpha Wild Mongrel. This one's on the way there. I don't think we're going to get out of this one, buddy. Sorry to say it. Does he even know we're here yet? No, probably not. So... Are you hostile? Okay, yes you are. You messed me up because I wasn't aware of your hostility. I can't believe I'm shooting you in the leg. I don't think that's such a nice thing to do to the poor dog. But, you know. Hey, Dogmeat. You gonna help me out? I hope I didn't just accidentally shoot you in the face. Okay. That takes care of that. Kind of looked like it was going to be like a friendly dog for a second. It was just kind of walking, and then all of a sudden its instincts activated. I'm going to take the dog meat as well from this dog, because I said I was going to cook some stuff with that last fire kit the next time we rest out. So we will do that the next time we rest, but we don't need to rest for now, so let's just go tell Oberlin Station that we took care of business. Yeah, they've already got a water spigot and their potatoes, so that's a decent amount of stuff.
You're back. Any luck clearing out that trouble spot?
Actually,
I cleared that place out for
Don't
you.
much care
Should
for
be
good
safe for
neighbor.
your friends to move
That
in now.
place is nothing
Thanks.
but trouble.
Nice
Sure
to have
thing.
some
what?
good news around here for a change.
Oh,
Hey,
okay.
by the way, feel free to use our workshop. I'm glad to count you as a friend.
Likewise. Thanks for the assistance, and by that I mean allowing me to make sure you guys don't die. There's a military ammo bag in here and a screw. That is enough to get you on my good side. It's 2 screws even. So that's cool. Alright, so now that that's the case, I could just cook here. Why not, Well, actually, I do know why not, because I want to waste that last fire kit that I've got so we don't have to have any more. So since that's the case, let's build them some turrets now. Pardon me, buddy. I kind of want to put a turret right in that little fence section. Actually, I don't know if that's such a good idea, because then they might get stuck. They have 7 food and 3 water, so they're going to need 2 turrets. So let's put 2 turrets down. Let's just stick one like right here. And then stick one like right here. Okay. And now Oberlin Station is good for the rest of forever. So, you might be wondering why we're going through all the trouble with all of this. So, like I said, we just took care of Oberlin Station. They've got enough defenses to be good. I don't think Grey Garden's happiness ever goes up, because I think because they're robots, they just don't increase in happiness, because they're not human. I guess that makes sense. But that's 2 settlements. 1, 2. Go back to Taffington Boathouse. There's 2 people there already. That's 3. Then if we go up to Sunshine Tidings, that's 4. Abernathy Farm is 5. 10 Pines Bluff is 6. Red Rocket is 7. And Sanctuary is 8. The reason why we specifically want 8 settlements is because one of the factions, the one that's still holed up in Concord, their primary thing is settlement building. And in order to get to their endgame quests, you need to have 8 settlements under your belt. Now that we have all that done, I don't have to do it later and lose the plot for 3 whole streams to just go helping random settlers with raider and ghoul and bug problems. I can actually just do the plot as the plot demands. So I figured it would be easier to just take care of all of that while I was already roaming around looking for junk anyway. So that's why we spent the past, 6 1/3 streams mostly just wandering around. It was to make sure I had enough junk for the end game, and it was also to make sure that I had enough settlements for the end game if I needed them. We found quite a few spots on our way, though. Look at how fairly filled out the map is, at least in the northwest corner. Until you start looking at, this section and downtown Boston. And, well, then it becomes a whole lot bigger, doesn't it? I don't know why the entire southeastern corner of the map is just the Atlantic Ocean, but whatever. You do you guys, I guess. Okay, so next order of business is Boston Public Library. So let's go back to Backstreet Apparel and hope that nothing else bad has respawned directly in my path. We'll take a side street, actually it's a main street because there's a bridge attached to it. We'll take a right down the main street, then we'll take a left, and then the public library's right there. I can, get what I need in order to know how to modify my laser rifle into a laser pistol that's fairly good. And then once we do that, we'll just go to Cambridge Polymer Labs, finish that bad boy up, and then off we'll go. Excuse me. Is that it is a missile launcher in a box. Must have been some sort of tripwire or something that would have caused that to activate. Huh, well. I didn't see that one when they shot at me before. Speaking of which, do I have to reload any of my shots? No, not really. Yeah, so this bridge that's right here that we just came up this section, we can just go this way, past Backstreet Apparel, and then end up on the street we need to go to. I guess I'll take that jet. The thing that you need to know about downtown Boston in Fallout 4 is that it is very heavily and densely populated with raiders and super mutants and feral ghouls and God knows what. There are so many locations down here that some people report having problems with the game actually functioning properly. Like, the game has tendencies to crash for them in downtown Boston because of all the objects loading. So I'm going to try to avoid some of it. Probably won't get away with all of it, but, you know. Do we stop in Holy Mission Congregation? I mean, what could possibly be in Holy Mission Congregation that I could want? I'm going to the library. We could lose the plot if I keep getting sidetracked here. That's what I said at the beginning of this episode, so I don't want to... I'd rather not lose the plot too quickly, you know? So let's go this way instead and see what we can find. A police station. I hear a shootout happening down the street, so that's a whole lot of fun. I hear a feral ghoul popping out, so that's cool too. Goodbye. I need to start criticaling with something other than the laser rifle, because I feel like if I don't, it's going to be not so good. Okay. Gotcha. You got me, to be fair, but I got you, too. Well, thank you for the duct tape. That's nice. Anyway, here's Boston Public Library. Go in through the service entrance. Why not? Oh, good. Super mutants. Also down here. Fun. Let's see. What do you think, buddy? You think the intercom still works? Let's find out.
Welcome to the Boston Public Library. The library is currently closed.
No kidding.
Only employees and those with a scheduled appointment may enter. All other guests are invited to return during normal business hours.
Well, what if I'm an employee?
I work here. Let me in.
Please provide your 6-digit employee ID number.
Oh. Well, that could be, an issue. Let's just venture a guess.
Yes. Right. My ID number is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Welcome, Mr. Mayor.
Oh.
Enjoy your visit.
The mayor's password into the library
Undergoing maintenance.
is 123456. All right then. I guess he'll never forget it that way. Nailed it. Yeah. You actually can't fail that speech check. That one is 100% guaranteed. It's one of 2 speech checks in the game that's you can never fail. So there you go. Yeah, this is we're in downtown Boston now, so we're in Massachusetts. Yep, that's where this Fallout takes place. So there you go. Now, if I remember right, if you go in the service entrance, I hope Dogmeat doesn't blow me up in the process of doing this, but I think there's like mines or something. Ah, tripwire. Okay. So, always want to look down in places like this, or else you might end up tripping over something that could most definitely murder you very easily. So, a bunch of 38 rounds, though. That's nice. Like I said, we should start getting a lot more Scrounger procs in the filing cabinets and everything else now because, well, we already took 2 ranks in Scrounger. There's a 3rd rank, but we can't access it until level 24, I think, if I remember correctly. Oh, there's super mutants in here. No, that's the Protectron. Never mind. I thought that was a super mutant for a second. There is super mutants in here, though, because here's one. Book return machine. Well, I have a couple of books, so... Here, you can return any overdue books you may have in your possession, as well as spend any book return tokens you've accrued on an assortment of fun items. Make your selection below. I have 2 overdue books. We'll get 5 book return tokens for returning 2 of them, so sure, why not? What kind of prizes can I get for returning my overdue books? Currently have 10 tokens. Collectible baseball, Massachusetts Surgical Journal, new toy truck. That's probably worth a little bit more than a regular toy truck because it's new. A toothbrush, an undamaged camera, and bubble gum. So I can get bubble gum out of this one. That's fun. You could just get a whole ass camera. I think the main draw is to get this Massachusetts Surgical Journal, which, if I remember right, increases stim pack potency by... I forget if that's it or if it's for limb damage, but... Yeah, so if you get enough books, you'll need to find 10 overdue books from somewhere in order to get the tokens for it, but... I don't know. I'll just return any that I find, I guess. And if we manage to get the Surgical Journal, cool. I don't really want anything else, so... Oh, there's more Protectrons wandering around. Oh, and this poor bastard had some Yao Guai meat that I'm going to liberally take from him. Fun. I'll take these. I guess I'll take the blood bug meat since I am cooking it. I feel like some kid would be smart enough to get the camera. Yeah, the camera would be a nifty prize, that's for sure. How often do you just get a camera from returning a couple of books? Hi there.
Protect and serve.
You keep that up. What are you guys waiting for exactly?
Protect and serve.
Do you mind if I ask? Oh. Curator Givens has seen better days, evidently.
Attention! Security breach near rear entrance.
Oh, god damn it.
Visitors and employees are advised to seek cover
Approach.
and
Commanding identify yourself.
Oh, great. Okay, so the super mutants are out here. Yeah, there's a radiant event that happens once you go into that room where super mutants will attack the library, and you can assist the Protectrons with actually killing them if you, if you can hit them. I seem to be having some trouble, but, well, not with that one. That one stood nice and still.
Law-abiding citizens, please leave the area. Citizen intruder, you may now identify yourself. Activity.
Cool. Yep, there's more of them. I see that one. Okay. You might want to try to get enough hit markers on them so you can get the kill as well, if you have a clear line of sight to them. If you don't, I wouldn't go wandering out like this, because you'll probably get picked off by some of the turrets. They don't... If you stand in the line of fire of one of the turrets, they don't exactly discriminate, you know? So... But you can also just kill all these super mutants yourself by wandering through the place. I just figured this would be more fun. Let's see. Oh, they're spinning up. Okay, never mind. Nice work, but I think there's still some more. Thankfully, the super mutants are dumb enough to have chained this door up, and as far as I'm aware, they can't break the door down, so... As a result of that, they'll just kind of, hang around while the Protectrons do the work. Like I said, you could go pick them all off yourself by going through the whole facility, but I think this is more fun.
Your cooperation is requested.
They built this whole thing, so we might as well help them out, Alright, where are you guys getting stuck here? Because it looks like there's still one that's giving you trouble. Pardon me, excuse me. I'll go find the fugitive. Where's the fugitive? Maybe they got him? No, not quite.
Requesting backup.
Oh boy. How many hostile targets we talking here? Oh boy, that's not good. And they have Molotovs. I am glad I'm not in that. I mean, I would hit you harder, but I don't exactly have the capacity for it, so, oh god. Eh. Saw that one real quick, I was like, not happening. Okay. Better back off and heal a little bit. Get some more crits, maybe? No, that's another Molotov. Do that. Goodbye. Okay, that's good. Can't get the crits anymore, but... I mean, why do you fight, big guy?
Situation normal. Law and order.
Security
Whew.
breach neutralized. Visitors may now come and go as they please. All employees, please return to work.
Well, that got a little hectic. Look at how many Protectrons are dead, but hey, we got them all. So that's good. Should I take this military-grade circuit board? I broke down my scanners, so I guess it's not really that worth it. You need one of them later on for a quest, but the quest actually points you to locations where they're found. So, hey, look, another one. So I'm not really super concerned about it. I'll just go find them when they point me to that location. Jesus, there's a lot of super mutants in here. And all of them are dead now. If I remember correctly, that leads down into the Boston public subway area, the metro area. Actually does that in real life too, so that's pretty cool. Nice attention to detail, you know. So, well, some 5.56s. You can also return books there if you want. I don't particularly need the blood pack, but I will take the ammo. Thank you very much. And we can go back towards the entrance if we go through that door over there. So that's what we'll go do once I get done salvaging the bodies of the fallen. That's a whole ass typewriter. Thought this was a library. Why are there so fucking many ammo boxes? I guess the curator had to defend this place from super mutants. That would be my best guess. So he just sort of accumulated some salvage and then ended up with, well, everything that we just saw. That would be my guess. I don't know if it's right or not, but that would be my guess. Also, a ton of first aid kits, so that's kind of nice. Those are probably actually normally in a place like this, though. So, oh look, another overdue book. More tokens. Perfect. Can't believe they died in the bathroom right before needing to return their book. That sucks. Please be advised, your book has been overdue for 209 years, 8 months, and 17 days. I just feel like one of these times I'm going to walk into one of these rooms and just hear beep, 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 beep. Something's just going to explode. I'll take the 308 rounds, though. That's nice. Yeah, it probably wasn't overdue when they went to the can, but it sure as hell is now. Oh, look, more bobby pins and some military-grade duct tape. Perfect. I said it before, but the reason why you specifically want to try to find military-grade duct tape is because not only does it have 4 adhesive to each military-grade duct tape, it also gives you 2 ballistic fiber. And ballistic fiber is really hard to come by. I specifically will have to purchase shipments of ballistic fiber in order to get all the ballistic fiber that I need. So, yeah. Okay, that's just a glitchy texture. That's not anything else. I'll take the pre-war money, though. And intact Nuka-Cola, excuse me, it's not worth that much. A not intact Protectron. I feel like I've taken enough meat at this point. I'll take more duct tape, though. Pelvis bones. Ugh. 38 rounds in a desk. I think if you're the sneaky type, you can kind of come down and around here. And, like, yeah, there's the courtyard, so you can sneak through the courtyard and stuff to kill the super mutants and even the Protectrons if you want. But the Protectrons help you. You're a law-abiding citizen of the Boston Commons, so, you know, no reason to kill them unless you really want their 5.56 rounds for your assault rifle. Which, I mean, I guess I'd understand that. 5.56 rounds are kind of hard to come by. Hey, look, another overdue book. How's it overdue if it's in the library already? Did someone just, I guess they just left it there. So, anyway, there's the chain, so now we can go back to the front part where the back room was that I got rudely interrupted from before. Here's another whole-ass typewriter. Probably by the time we're done today, I'll have enough screws to be done with... I think I needed like 14 more screws total. So probably we've almost got that at the moment. So that's cool. Look, a chessboard or 2. Liquor bottle, not a whiskey. So not worried about it. This lantern is not a a lantern that I can take. If it was, that'd be nice because it would have oil in it, and I still do need some of that. All right, let's use this machine to return these books. Might as well. All right, return books. Sure. Got more tokens. I can get 2 whole bubblegum now. Wonder if I should rat away and then heal. I have enough rat away, so I mean, I feel like I might as well. What time is it anyway in the game? 10:29. Maybe I won't because we'll be sleeping in a little bit anyway once I get out of the subway station. Although I don't know if Boston Common is the safest place to sleep at the moment. But, you know. I actually haven't tried putting down the tent indoors yet. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, but I don't know if I want to start crashing the game or something. That is a master locked door. Holy hell. Not getting in there. So, what was the ultimate purpose of coming here? Well, on the desk here is the Intelligence Bobblehead. This will permanently increase your intelligence by 1 point. And that will give us access to the Science perk once we level up the next time. So that's cool, because that is the perk that I need to start morphing out my laser gun into a laser pistol rather than a laser rifle. So that's why we came here, to grab that, basically. And now, is there anything on the tables? Another overdue book, maybe? Bunch of pencils. Don't need the lead, though, so, you know. Is that a... Okay, I thought that was dirty water. There's 2 that I found. There's probably a 3rd one. Then you can make it purified, but... I don't need to look, it's fine. So, how many super mutants do you think are going to be down here? Well, there's one of their arms, and that's probably the rest of him. Man. They really went to town on these guys, didn't they? Okay, so, anyway. How many super mutants do you think are going to be down in the subway? Let's find out. But yeah, this is a real actual thing that happens in Boston. The Copley metro station that leads down into their subway tunnels actually runs directly underneath the Boston Public Library. So that's cool. Nothing in the machine, though. Alright. Check if I need to reload. I don't seem to at the moment.
Oh, boring.
I mean, if you want it to be less boring, I can help you with that. Hold on. There's a suicider. Of course there is. Why wouldn't there be? Okay, mutant hound. Actually, not with this gun. Wait for him. Oh. Dogmeat? Why do you keep running in when they have suiciders? I know you've got a ballistic vest, but like, Jesus Christ, man. You're gonna hurt yourself. That's a legendary skirmisher. And then Dogmeat died. Like, fuck. Yeah, the end. I would have been very sad. This guy mutated. I'm gonna heal real quick. That's it. Get him, buddy. Hold on. Let me, Okay, if I hit his right arm, it might actually help a little bit, because if I do enough limb damage to cripple his arm, he'll have less accuracy, even at short range. So that's cool. Alright, I'm coming. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was hectic and a half. Rapid Automatic Institute Pistol. Oh, good. An automatic gun that shoots 25% faster than normal automatic guns. You want to run out of all your fusion cells? Here you go. Well, you could make it semi-automatic, though, but just, like, look at this fucking thing. Like, this looks like it came out of Toy Story. It's a plastic children's gun. I thought my gun was ridiculous looking. My fusion gun was ridiculous enough, but apparently not. I'm just glad he wasn't using that against us, because it probably would have done pretty good damage if he did. Alright, well, we could look around a little bit more, but let's look at what the Suicider and his friends left behind before they all went to the super mutant capital in the sky. That's the Suicider. Like I said, if you can see them, have a clear line of sight to them, you can just, you know... man, no ammo in that duffel bag? You can just shoot the right arm of the Suicider and VATS, and if you connect, it will explode them prematurely. And then they kind of die before they blow you up, so that's good. Yeah, it's okay. Shoot all of the bullets. Just all of the fusion cells. Get rid of them. Some of these trains we could go into, these metro cars, so let's go inside one of them and see what they've got in there. Ideally not more super mutants. That would be not fun. I thought there was a Nuka-Cola Quantum right there. It's just my Pipboy light deflecting off of stuff. Okay. Not a whole lot going on in here at the moment. The Boston Bugle, from the day before the bombs dropped. A clean tan suit. Eh. This car's a little sideways, huh? Man, this is starting to trip me out a little bit. I hope nobody's a little... Oh, nice. Hope nobody feels a little sick from this. Like, look at the the way that this is maneuvered. Oh. Is that a... Okay.
Getting hungry.
So there's more of them, apparently. We probably could go find them,
Wish
honestly.
Buckethead would show up.
Oh. They're
I'd
up here.
rip his legs clean off.
I'm sure you would, big guy. I'm sure you would. Yeah, they're up here.
No green stuff.
Nice work, buddy. Didn't even know you found another way up. That's cool. We had a hunting rifle. That would have been a little messy if he had hit me with that. I would have been taking quite a bit of damage. You know, I don't know what I was expecting, but... Ooh, 44 rounds. I will stick my disgusting hand directly inside of that disgusting meat bag to take 10 44 rounds at this level? Hell yeah, dude. You can't get 44 rounds with the Scrounger perk until level 20, so... I know it's gross, but grin and bear it, because then you'll have more rounds for your snub-nosed 44 pistol. I do need 44 rounds, though. I'm planning on actually using a variation on the 44 pistol that we'll be getting from a quest later on, so... Alright, out to the back bay. That is the name of this section of Boston Common, if I recall correctly, the back bay, so... Now, do we sleep in the middle of Boston Common, surrounded by feral ghouls and super mutants, or do we go back to Cambridge, where I've already mostly cleared things out? I know what my choice is. I wonder if I should open Twitch chat on my phone so I could see when I get any new followers. So I don't have to, like, open OBS and pause the game. I don't know. I guess I could, but I don't have to. Excuse me. Kind of defeats the purpose of, you know, having the chat on my computer screen, but meh. But yeah, see how long the game is taking to load now that we're in Boston Common? It's because there's so much in this area that the game has to load. It takes it a lot longer, even with the lower-ish graphical settings that I put in the game. It takes it longer to boot everything up, which is why I want to try to avoid this area as much as possible throughout the playthrough. We do have to come back here for a few things, but not a ton. I'm trying to think of all the times when we'll be loading directly into the Back Bay or Boston Common in general. We'll be able to fast travel past it once I find a few spots, but until I find those spots, it's going to take a solid 30, 40 seconds to load everything up. So sorry about the long load screens. It's pretty common for this section of the game. We could sleep at the police station. I think I'm just going to discover it so that it's, well, discovered. What'd you find, buddy? Something in the police station? Police Precinct 8. He found rad roaches. That's great. Glowing ones at that. Watch out, buddy. That's a big one. And a legendary one at that. What did he have? A lucky leather chest piece. +2 luck. Well, that would be nice if I was at, like 7 luck or 1 luck or something, and I needed something to increase my luck so that I'd get more stuff out of it, like more VATS shots out of my Righteous Authority. However, I already can do it in a pretty small amount of shots. I mean, I guess this would be pretty good for a little while. Hold on. Sneezing. It went away. This would be good for a little while because I don't have 3 luck yet, so I still have to shoot 5 times to finish up my crit bar, and this would make it so it's 4, but yeah, I don't know if it's all that necessary. So what did you find in here that you needed to open all the doors and invite all the rad roaches in to kill us? Eddie Winter Holotape 8. No, thank you. I'll take the bobby pin box, though. And the stim pack. I've used a few of those. I guess I'll take the buff out, too. The Eddie Winter holotapes are part of a side quest that you could do. I believe it's part of one of the companions in this game. It's like his quote-unquote loyalty mission. It's not really a loyalty mission like the Mass Effect version, but it's just about the closest you can get to a loyalty mission without being a loyalty mission. So, yeah, you can grab those tapes and hold on to them for that quest if you want. They do take up space in your inventory, though, and since I'm not using any companions other than Dogmeat, I don't really see much of a point. So, the only thing you're looking forward to is Friday, since that'll be your first real paycheck. Yeah, that'll be nice. At least it's not like how it is with my mother's job. When her job, they and the way that, actually it was the way that my job was when we worked at a state park as well. They delay your pay until, they delay it for a couple of weeks, basically. So if you wanted to get paid, say, you'd get paid for 2 weeks before when you get paid. You don't get paid for the week of your work, basically. So it's a little bit of a pain because you have to spend the first, 4 weeks basically not getting paid. So you got to scrounge a little bit and save your money a little bit. But, I guess it is what it is. All right, buddy, I think we're going to hang out right here. We already kind of cleared the place out north of us, so I think we should be okay. I don't know if starting a fire on the concrete here is going to be so easy, but I guess I'll try. Stick your bed right there.
Hey, check it out.
Gonna have to wash it, I guess, because look at all that dirt that it's sitting on. Well, wash it later. Shake it out in the morning, I guess. Yeah, the whole companies need to be 2 weeks behind thing. Yes, yeah, that's not a whole lot of fun most times. All right, off to bed. Actually, I'm going to... We'll sleep for 6 hours so we can at least get up before it gets too far ahead of us. I'm actually going to blow my nose because even though the sneeze went away, it still made me a little sniffly stretch break. So, since it made me a little sniffly, let me do this and then go to OBS, mute my microphone, and then I'll blow my nose and be right back. Because Lord knows ain't nobody want to listen to me blow my nose in the background. That would be disgusting. Actually, before we pet Dogmeat, let's do some cooking. Because I got a bunch of meat, and I have one fire kit left, and I said I wanted to cook, so... Well, don't know how that works exactly, but I'll take it. Alright. Let's make some breakfast. I have bloodbug steaks that I can make. Yeah, it gives you plus 15 maximum health, and that 1 hour is 1 real life hour. So that's a pretty decent item, actually. It doesn't quite match up with, you know, the guai roast, but it's not bad. Be good to have in my inventory. And let's make the last of this stuff. Make those ribeye steaks from all the Brahmin meat I've still got. And again, I feel like we should have a pretty decent amount of healing items now for the remainder of the game, like food items rather. Healing items were good too because I've got so many stim packs even though I'm on hard mode now. But yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good on food items and everything else. We'll just use what we can and go from there. Alright, buddy. It's a new morning. We'll go in Cambridge Polymer Labs and see what kind of trouble we can get into in there. What monster of the week decides to show up inside there now that I've taken care of the other part. And then we'll be good to go. Alright, I will take this cooking pot. Did I show the relax option yet? I don't think I did. I guess I can show it now. So if you go into third person mode, and then you click relax in front of your campfire. You can pick from one of 3 different animations. You could sit down, warm your hands, and warm your hands and kneel. And I guess let's sit down, show it off. Your character will go idle in front of the campfire. You can pull the camera out a little more so you can see them. Doesn't really work too well with the sitting animation unless you're like this. And then you can wait if you want to. If you don't want to wait, you can just press any old button and it'll pull you out of the auto animation. I would not recommend doing this while enemies are around. That probably wouldn't work out for you. Okay, but we've cooked our stuff. We should be good to go now for the morning. I got everything else. I guess I won't need that cook pot anymore, although I might make another fire kit just to take it with me, but we'll see. Alright, let's go see what waits for us inside Cambridge Polymer Labs. This is actually one of my favorite quests in the game, so I definitely wanted to do this one, even if it isn't necessarily something that makes sense. We're not exactly a scientist, but, you know, still wanted to do it. Hi. You friendly, Mr. Handybot? Mrs. Nanny? Miss Nannybot?
Opportunities await in the field of scientific research. Shall we begin your application now?
You want me to sign up with an application? Are you that desperate for workers?
Sure. The world may have ended, but why not sit at a desk all day?
Let's see what employment opportunities we have available for someone given your qualifications.
Do you need my resume or something?
For staff in all fields, we have condensed the employment test accordingly.
Uh-huh.
Question 1. Do you possess previous experience with polymer synthesis?
Not really, but, you know, I've launched a rocket and I've treated water recently. I think I can handle it.
Yes.
Calculating test results. I am pleased to offer you the position of researcher. Expect a bright future in polymer research.
Cool.
Would you like the orientation before beginning your work in the labs?
Sure, why not?
Sure. Why not?
Wonderful.
We're right on board with each other, I suppose. You don't mind if I'm gonna take these anyway, what do I care? I was gonna say, you don't mind if I take these aluminum canisters, do you?
Please find an open seat, and we will begin the presentation.
Okay, sure. Hey, Lifeblood, how you doing? Welcome back. We're inside Cambridge Polymer Labs, getting an orientation on polymer synthesis.
A group of brilliant graduate students, John Elwood, Erica Woolham, and Wilfred Bergman, met during their time together at CIT. This slide shows them at their graduation.
Molly, there's no power on the slideshow.
Caught the attention of Colonel George Kemp in the fall of 2073. In the spring of 2074, the company was founded with a generous grant provided by the Defense Experimental Research Project Initiative. The research produced here has resulted in several of the components components used in the Liberty
Sorry, I'm
Prime
12 years
project
old.
that led to the successful defense of Anchorage.
Well, that's
The
good, I
company
guess.
enjoys a strong relationship with the military and welcomes your addition to the research team that helps build a better America.
I
Please
mean,
follow me to the research lab so that you may begin your work.
build a better
Complimentary
America is a little
beverages are
debatable,
provided for employees.
considering what the
Please
building
label
looks
it
like, but
with
I suppose a nuclear bomb did drop, so. Alright, so let's follow Molly and see what kind of trouble she's going to get us in here. I seem to be unable to fully follow her, or at the very least, I'm not as quick as she is, but I guess if she gets stuck on stuff, that'll make it easier for me to catch up. It is interesting how all of them are equipped to battle but still follow their programming. Yeah, they really do stick to those 3 laws of robotics, don't they? I guess that's good, for the most part.
Here is your lab coat and clipboard. Please
Oh,
take a
thanks.
moment to dress in your proper work attire and follow me into the clean room. The research staff will greet you on the other side of the clean room. Thank you for your attention and welcome to the team.
I'm not so sure I want to meet the research staff if they're still in there for 200
Please
years.
enter the clean room.
Give me a second, Molly. I'm changing my damn clothing that you gave me. There's soap in here. I guess it has something that I want, so I'll take it.
Please enter the clean room.
Alright, anyway. Hang on. Let's put on the lab coat since that's what she wants. Stick the other stuff on later. I've even got the eyeglasses, so that's nice. I'll take this off. Hang on. Yeah, it's not a bad look. I guess I'll take it. Used oil can.
Please enter the clean room.
Alright, before she drives me crazy with please enter the clean room. Let's get into the clean room. I'm going.
I have been instructed to inform you that Director Elwood has issued mandatory overtime.
Mandatory overtime.
Consequently, staff will not be allowed to leave the labs until the
Okay.
project has been completed. Please report to the project lead.
Are you
Dr.
sure about
Elwood,
that?
For specific research
Scanning for
assignments.
contamination.
Starting decontamination sequence.
No contamination detected. Please exit the clean room.
Yeah, the no harm rule is being ignored. Well, yeah, considering she just stuck me in a clean room that just spewed radioactive gas at me. Like, Jesus Christ. These guys are trying to kill me. What kind of a mess did we get ourselves in this time, big guy? Clean room terminal. Yeah, rads. Rads! Clean room system. Security lockdown in effect. Some functions may be unavailable at this time. What she was saying there, the decontamination room kind of overshot it, is that we're not allowed out of the labs until research is complete. They, at the end of the whole thing, right before the bombs dropped, the researchers were forced to live in the labs for several weeks and work on the research basically nonstop in order to finish whatever project they were doing, and they didn't finish it because they're still locking people in here, so. That's just great. Open exterior clean room door, open interior clean room door. I feel like with the lockdown, it won't let me. Alright. System error. Function currently unavailable due to security lockdown. Yeah, I kind of figured. Well, we're not getting out the easy way. I guess we better get out the hard way like we always do. Okay. So, polymer synthesis. How bad could it possibly be? There's a skull on the table. Erica's terminal. Currently sitting on 329,020 chromatins. You don't even have half of that. You're here a lot. I mean, that's fair. It's all good. Dr. Erica Elward Woolham signed in. Nucleostrictive lining project. Sure. Excuse me. Project thesis. Initial studies have led us to hypothesize that by taking a known piezoelectric material, lead zirconium titanate, PZT, and properly applying a polymer of gold and lithium hydride, that a localized conversion of ionizing radiation to electrical energy might be achieved. That's a mouthful. This method of compact energy harvest may prove suitable to application to pre-existing power armor currently in use by U.S. armed forces. So what do we need to parse from this? Well, the words that I'm aware of that aren't just phrases like lead zirconium titanate are gold and lithium hydride. Keep that in mind. You're like sleeping half the time. You ain't collecting these treasure bonuses. Yeah, these people are not going to get paid very well if they're living in here 24/7 and sleeping for a good half of it. Initial tests have proved that the methodology is sound. Radioactive energy harvest is 15 times higher than the current automotive fusion engines. I guess that's good. Unfortunately, there are still problems that we need to overcome. The ionic excitation in the gold that produces the harvestable electrons also creates a buildup of thermal waste. The heat is not substantial from a macro perspective, but due to the low shear modulus, the gold suspension in the nanowave starts to... I'm starting to lose my focus just listening to this. Gold and lithium hydride. That's the important parts that I got out of that. So let's go find some gold and lithium hydride. Now, how do I micromanage that? Polymer coating applicator, unidentified sample 11317. Let's take a look. I mean, I don't nap all the time, just like a third of the time. Leave when you nap so you don't get more chromatins. I mean, at this point, you probably don't need more, honestly. Like, I feel like I should just put something in there that's, like, super high on chromatins just so that you can buy it, like a random trivia fact or something. It's worth, like, 10,000. We don't have any reagents loaded. Check current fabrication parameters. Nucleostrictive lining project. Begin nanoweave mesh extrusion pattern 1142. So, agent 1, reagent 1 is the left reagent. Reagent 2 is the right reagent. We need lithium hydride and gold. And then apply output. Begin radiation dosing pattern using an isotope of uranium-238, hull size 14 nanometers. Dispense end. So we, again, need gold, lithium hydride, but we also need an isotope of uranium-238, so that's going to be a whole lot of fun to transport over here. Looking forward to that. Now, you could take each of the unidentified samples in the lab, stick them in the chemical reagent dispensers, and then identify them using the polymer coating applicator. But these unidentified samples are quest items, and once this quest is over, they are not, the flag for them being a quest item is not removed, so they will be stuck in your inventory forever. So in order to avoid that, I'm going to only pick up the ones that actually are what we're looking for, just to avoid us having to go through that whole process. So there you go. It's Bethesda programming at its finest, but you know how that goes. I'm also going to put my actual clothes back on because, well, if the researchers were in here when the bombs dropped, and there's been a mandatory lockdown in effect for 200 years, you can imagine what we're going to find. 500,000 points, pick the next meal you cook. Yeah, there you go. That would be a whole lot of fun. You hate how you partially understand that. Yeah, it's just, like I said, Bethesda programming at its finest. How many of these are actually alive? That one's alive, so. Hello. That one sort of ducked in front of his friend. I'm going to back up because this one's probably also coming in here. Or not, never mind. Okay, well, that's sort of what I wanted him to do. I'm going to save the crit, actually. Because we're going to need the crit in a little while. Inside of this very place that we are in. So, there's apparently more ghouls around, though. Ooh, I can hear one coming down, so let's get out the sledgehammer. When he finally finds his way down here, he will be met with a sledgehammer. Oh, hello. Yep, there he is. Trying not to whack Dogmeat while I'm at it. Oh, you understood how the science stuff to some degree? Yeah, some of it is just kind of gobbledygook, but a good chunk of it actually does have some scientific basis. They actually talk to, like, real nuclear physicist researchers to do some of the science-y stuff in this quest, which is, I mean, I think that it's a good amount of attention to detail. They have that happen sometimes. It's just not all the time, so. Feather duster, don't really need that. How many screws do I have now, anyway? Let me just see. Component view. Screw. We have 9. I need 5 more, and then we are done with screws forever. Teapot. Basketball. Nothing I need there. Take this aluminum canister, though. Blood pack. Ah, this is one of the ones we need. Unknown sample 3111. I believe that's the lithium hydride. Not 100% sure about that, but I believe that's what it is. We don't need any of these microscopes, right? No. Okay. No, I thought that was another oil can. It was not. You ready to go, or are you just having a sit? You can have a sit if you want. I can handle a few feral ghouls on my own, I think. So what do you say? Do we go in here or do we go upstairs first? I think we'll go in. We'll start on the bottom floor, clear everything out down here, and then we'll go upstairs. How about that? Can't tell if I'm hearing Dogmeat or another ghoul wandering around. Well, I know what I'm looking at now. Come on, big guy, big girl. That was quick. I expected some kind of a wind-up, and there was no wind-up. It's okay. It basically did no damage anyway, so it's all good. Which sample is this? 413. That's not the one we're looking for. Hello. More screws in that toy car. This is unidentified sample 65. This is another one that we're looking for, actually. So 31, 11, and 65 is the gold and the lithium hydride. Now we just need the sample of uranium-238, which I imagine is inside of the room with a bunch of barrels marked radioactive. So let's go have a look. All right, let's hack some stuff. See what we can find. Let's just start with one word. Okay, nothing like lords, so anything that ends with an S is not correct. Got it. Oops. There we go. Oh, tries reset. Okay. See, that's why I always try to guess one first before I start clicking on this stuff to remove duds, because one of them is tries reset, and I don't want to accidentally, like... I mean, if I click on it before I have my tries reset, or if I click on tries reset before I pick one, kind of pointless, you know. Excuse me. All right, so there's another one. I think that was the dud that I already picked that it just removed, but that's okay. I guess at least it gets it out of the way. I'm not seeing any more because we got this one already, I think. Let's see. We know it can't have an S at the end. It was, which one did I take? Lords. L-O-R-D-S. So it's not guide, it's not goods, it's not marks, it's not grass. Could be Faust. L-O-R-D-S. So I guess it could be Faust, Flock, or Jacob. It's not Jacob. It's Flock. Okay. I have successfully hacked the terminal. Emergency lockdown in effect. Leak detected in radioactive isotope containment. Personnel are advised to evacuate the facility until proper maintenance can be performed. In the event that the evacuation is not possible, protective suits should be worn. I don't have one of those. Maybe we should look for one of those before I open this door. Or we could open it anyway. Accessing maglocks. I'm gonna regret this. I hope I have enough Rad-X for this. I think there actually is a hazmat suit in one of the areas here. Okay. Well, there we go. What in the goddamn is that? A glowing one. Great. Well, we'll have to deal with that in a minute. Why is the password potentially Faust, which is German for fist? That is a good question. I don't know. Could have been, though. Alright, so is the glowing one going to wander out of his home, or is he going to leave me alone long enough to let me... No, he's going to leave me alone long enough to let me explore the second floor. Like I said, I could swear there was a hazmat suit in one of these rooms, but I don't remember. So that's the isotope containment unit right there. And it's definitely leaking because my rad counter is going off like crazy. Flamer fuel. That's cool, I guess. I'll take the mentats, that's probably useful. I guess the beeping's gonna be going off in the background the whole time. Sorry about that. Damn, A1S was very well designed. Yeah, there you go. Because they were going to smack you upside the head, like I just did to this feral ghoul. At least if we get a little bit further away, the alarm isn't super loud, you know. Tablespoon, expert lock. I'll betcha that this, who's wandering around down there now? Is that the glowing one? Did he get out? I'm confused. I don't know who got out. Not even that. How many raid teams formed and then disbanded because of Faust? People had trauma from that. Yeah, they definitely gave people some troubles. That's for sure. Door control terminal expert. There's got to be something else down here. Dogmeat's snarling at it, whatever it is. Oh. Okay. That will work. I don't know, I think it's time for some Radaway. I know we're not at 40% Radaway, but if I do Radaway first and then I do a stim pack, then I can heal myself to maximum. So I'm gonna do that. We still have 91 stim packs. That's absurd. Okay, well we're not quite at maximum, but you get my point. So we haven't explored all of the labs yet. Again, I could have sworn one of them had an actual hazmat suit in it, but I could be misremembering. I'll take these extra bits of ammo, though. To be fair, though, the hazmat suit that you could have, it would let you put it on and you could basically negate any rad effects that the glowing one or any of that stuff would have on you, but you'd still take a lot of damage, like from him whacking you upside the head. Glowing ones are a pretty high-end level feral ghoul variation, so they can kind of kick your ass a little bit. Not exactly looking forward to fighting that one. Although we do have a crit banked up, and I do have a sledgehammer, so I might be able to do something about that. We'll see. I'd like to, because he's very similar to regular feral ghouls, even though rat poison and a teapot and a teacup. Oh, that's fun. This guy had a very bad day at his job. Yeah, they're very similar to regular feral ghouls, and by that I mean if you get rid of one of their limbs, specifically their legs, they become a lot easier to deal with because they basically just end up hobbling around and you can kind of pick them off like that. Someone made an obstacle course in this place, though, and I'm going to find out where it goes. Hopefully not to more feral ghouls. I mean, the glowing one is still there, but, you know. We'll take care of him soon enough. Excuse me, pardon me. Alright, now I think if I saw this place correctly... Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to put this away just yet. You and me up here, big guy. I don't want to go down there yet because I think... Yeah, there's a tripwire and a mine on the floor. So, let's see if we can take care of that before it becomes problematic. I don't really need the light, but, you know. You kept 308 rounds in your lunchbox. I guess you never know when you'll need them. Alright, first things first. And then second things second. Phew. Okay, I think we're good. I keep looking at the Abraxo cleaner, any that I come across, and I'm like, really? I don't need this? Well, it's actually because we don't need any more fiberglass. I'm going to get plenty of it. So, radioactive containment password. And this is sample 611. Experimental ULA schematic? Sure. What's that going to do for me? This holotape and its contents are classified in the sole property of Cambridge Polymer Laboratories. Unauthorized viewing, copying, and/or distribution will be charged and prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Sure. Experimental underlay fiber mesh armor. This holotape goes into great detail regarding methods of applying and producing carbon fiber nanotube structures and weaving them into a web-like protective mesh into clothing. The schematics contain a series of improvised methods of producing similar desired effects using more mundane items in the field. This is the real prize of Cambridge Polymer Labs. I actually have a mod installed that lets you access Ballistic Polymer Weave from Cambridge Polymer Labs because they do polymer synthesis here, so it makes sense that you'd be able to access it from here. If you don't have the mod installed, you can still access Ballistic Polymer Weave. It's just that it's locked to one of the 4 factions, and I think you have to go pretty deep into their quest line before you can use it. So, but this is the upgrade that I've been talking about for clothing items and for Dogmeat's ballistic vest. We can actually upgrade some clothing items and his ballistic vest with this protective mesh to give them more defense. So that will be good. We will keep that in mind. I had another holotape though. Let's see if I can find it in my MISC tab. Let's see. That was, I need to keep that. Federal ration stockpile password, no. Radioactive containment password, this one. Okay, so I guess it's just for a computer. Maybe it's for this computer. You know, I never checked that computer up on the 2nd floor. I should go do that in a second. Isotope containment, facility defense systems, clean room, internal mail relay. Let's see what they were up to in the mail relay. Get some information from these guys. Isotope containment, hacking admin, mandatory overtime, deleted mail. Okay. Will, this is insane. Even if you manage to hack into the administrative controls, do you know what will happen if you trigger a security breach? Yes, the doors through the clean room will open, but the first thing through them will be a wave of robots to kill every living intruder in the lab. Even if we manage to get past them, there are also the turrets. There's one right here in the lab, remember? If you do this, you're more likely to get us all killed than set us free. So I guess this Will guy was planning on getting out, and he decided it was worth all of their lives in the process. I mean, they all turned into ghouls, but you know. Wilfred, do you think I wouldn't catch on to what you're doing? I got a network alert the moment you took control of the isotope containment. You may have been the best hacker on campus back at CIT, but that was years ago, and while you were busy up in Alaska pretending to be a soldier, we had the best programmers working on our security system. I told you weeks ago that I'll let you all out of the lab once the research is completed. Locking Erica and the rest of the team out of the isotope containment just to spite me doesn't accomplish anything. Director Elwood. So they definitely didn't see eye to eye by the end of all this. This is an older one. Good morning, everyone. I know you've all been here overnight and everyone is tired, but I need everyone to push through just a little longer. Dr. Elwood Woolham has said that you are very close to cracking the problem with the nucleostrictive lining project, and I have a good feeling that today will be the day. How many times did he send this email, though? Along with our normal snacks, I've sent the runner to Slocum Joe's for coffee and donuts. We'll be ordering Spuckies later this afternoon. I also just got off the phone with Colonel Kemp, and he said there may be some training exercises happening around town today, so if you hear what sounds like tanks or gunfire, don't panic. It's just a drill. Because that never becomes something to be worried about. Deleted mail. Service error backups cannot be restored at this time. What are you doing? You're going to get us killed. Can't cut through. I'm with you. About the new dosing pattern. Someone was really focused on their work. Alright, well anyway, this Will Bergman guy went insane and probably got most of them either killed or locked in for even longer. And now there's feral ghouls everywhere in here, so those are all of the old researchers, obviously. Well, we have a glowing one to kill, so let's get out here and see if we can find... Should I try to find a hazmat suit, or should I just down a couple of Rad-X for when he hits me? I don't know. I guess I'll just figure it out after I get this open. I hope Dogmeat makes it out of those tunnels okay. I'm going to need his help with the glowing one. Alright, so... Likeness 1. So it could have a W at the beginning. I like it better when it's likeness 0, because then you can basically just, like, get rid of everything, you know? Anything that was before it. But that's okay. Got one there. That's another dud remover. Dud removed. Yeah, thanks. There's tries reset. That's good. Thanks for taking the dud out that I already guessed. Let's see here. Oop, found one. Another dud. I think there's more down here. Yep. Aha. Okay, I think that's all we're going to get. So it was similar to white in one way. W-H-I-T-E. there. Shiny, ghost, micro. So I think the only one that's similar is shiny, right? No. Okay. So it's not the eye. Is it ghost then? It's the H?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay. The H was in the right place. I thought the I was in the right place, but it was not. Let's check some more mail so we can see what these people are all up to. Lockdown status, mandatory overtime. I think we already read this, actually. Okay, this is a different one. Everyone just needs to calm down. Yes, as you've heard by now, I've locked you out of the clean room. As my previous email stated, this push to finish the project is mandatory. As soon as I have the data for a successful prototype, I will unlock the doors and everyone will be free to go home. To address concerns about the noise outside, those are military exercises I mentioned. I'm aware they are very loud and some of you have been disturbed by it. I assure you everything is fine. Though we are not openly at war with China, things are still tense and the military feels that ground defense exercises are necessary to our safety. Finishing our project here isn't just vital to the company, but also helping protect our country, Director Elwood. And then we've pretty much read this one, I think, already. Yeah, this one's already been read. So since that's the case, oh, I didn't open the safe, hold on. Safe control, disengage lock. Thank you. Now, gamma rounds, those are worth a little bit more than the usual. Compensated rapid 10mm pistol. What kind of things does it have on it? Long ported barrel. I can take some of this stuff off actually and stick it on my own gun, or take my own gun's stuff off and stick it on this gun if I really want to. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I've already got the materials lined up to use, so I'll just use the ones I've got. Alright, so one last check. I could have sworn the hazmat suit was in this room. It might have flown onto the floor somewhere or something. Ah, there it is. Just didn't look up. Alright, so first thing we'll do is we'll pop a Rad-X and try it out that way. And if that doesn't work out, we will, whatchamacallit, instead of doing that, we'll put on the hazmat suit and see how badly we get battered. Alright, so my plan of action was to use a crit that I have banked up. You know, I might use this mine, actually. I've got a pulse mine and a cryo mine. I might be able to just stick them there and have them blow him up as well. So I'll keep that in mind, maybe. I could also use a couple of these pulse grenades. Those will probably do good damage. And then I can, like, try to shoot his leg with a crit with the double-barrel shotgun to try to blow it off. That sounds like a good plan. Let's try that. Because, like I said, these glowing ones are tricky. Very tricky. So, let's see how far out he ventured. Probably pretty close considering the glow. Yep, there he is. He only slightly saw me, though, so that's good. Alright, so... why don't you suck on this? Dogmeat, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way! Ow. I tried to warn you. I apparently didn't warn myself enough. Because I almost just blew myself up. I didn't reload this. Alright, buddy. Here we go. Where's he at? Oh, that's where he's at. Alright, well... so, leg. Which leg is damaged? Neither leg is damaged. Well, that's great. Blech. Now, I could have shot him in the head, but I want to shoot him in the leg specifically to try to damage the legs more. I don't know what the hell he's doing, but, you know, I didn't take a Rad-X, so I'll take it now. I mean, if you're going to stand all the way over there, I could just keep doing this all day. That's fine. Did I reload cancel that? No, I didn't. Okay. Well, since he's giving me an opportunity, I guess I'm going to take it. How much damage did that do to his leg? Not really a whole lot. Well, I hit all those shots. That's good. Wait for my AP to regenerate. Maybe keep shooting his leg. See if we can get some damage off on that. Sorry, I looked away from the screen for a second there. So if I missed the shot, that's why. I'm gonna end up killing this guy before I get rid of his leg, aren't I? Oh no, it's almost dead. Okay. And then we can take body shot, and I'll save the head shot for after. What, your leg not gone yet? There. So now, once you get rid of the leg, he kind of just sits there. I think he can still swipe at you, but he kind of just sits there. Like this. For, as far as I know, ever. So let's put him out of his misery, shall we? Or not. Okay, there. Now he's put out of his misery. And here's the sample of U-238. Let's get the hell out of here before I get too irradiated. I did it. I killed the glowing one by almost blowing myself up. I can't believe that did, like, no damage to his legs, too. I figured that would have been a bunch of damage to his legs. Maybe I should have used the Molotovs instead, because those would have just exploded on impact rather than sitting there and almost killing me in the process. Oh, well. We got him, so that's the important part. What was I going to do? Rat away. That's what I was going to do. More rat away. Let that scroll down, see if we hit it just right. Well, it's pretty close. If that wasn't 40%, it was pretty close to 40%. All right, I think the 3111 goes here, and the 65 goes here. We can check before we put it through the process, so we don't use up the isotopes or something. I got to stick the isotope in first before we do anything else. Scan loaded reagents. Which ones are which? We have lithium hydride and tungsten. Okay, tungsten was not the one that I was looking for, so probably, I guess tungsten's going to be sitting in our inventory forever now, so that's fun. I thought it was 65, but maybe it's the one that's inside of Bergman's lab, actually. That would make more sense, wouldn't it, considering it was just hanging out. To demonstrate what I meant by, okay, well, once you grab it, you can't get it out of your inventory, because as far as I'm aware, it doesn't show up in the MISC tab here. Oh, it does, okay. But yeah, if you try to remove it, quest items cannot be removed from your inventory. So it's stuck there forever. So, you know, good luck with that. I think the 611 is the gold then, since the 65 was not. I remember it had a 6 in it. So I knew the 3111, though. That one was pretty much right on. But anyway, stick the 611 in there. Coating applicator. We have the isotope loaded now. And let's make sure that that's gold. It is gold. Okay, good. So, let me just make sure that they're in the right spot, too. Lithium hydride on the left, gold on the right. Put the isotope in, run the project. Okay, run loaded fabrication routine. Whenever you're ready, computer. Okay, running fabrication. Please observe a viewing window. Output will be dispensed at wall panel. All right, cool. Let's go take a look. Let's see what science has wrought in Cambridge Polymer Labs. This is the bonus that we're getting out of this. The main prize, like I said, is the holotape that we got for Ballistic Weave, but this is the other prize, the main thing you can get out of going here, a piezonucleic power armor chest.
Yes.
This is a special power armor piece. It is has a legendary effect on it that increases your action point refresh speed when you are exposed to radiation. So if you're ever in a place where there's lots of radiation, you get your action points back. I think it's 25% faster. I'm not 100% sure about that. Now, this can spawn as either a T45 or a T51 armor piece. I was kind of hoping that because I was level 14, it would spawn in as a T51, but it spawned in as a T45, so that's a little disappointing. But I did everything I could, literally, in order to make it a T51. So since it didn't work out, that's okay. We will just go from there. I'm going to take the gold and stick the tungsten in, because if I'm going to have to carry any of these things around, I'm going to want it to be gold. First of all, because, it's gold, so it's probably worth something to someone. I can't sell it, but it'll be worth something to someone someday. And second of all, now nobody can redo that research project if they decide they want to do that, so I don't have to worry about raiders running around in power armor that have gigantic amounts of radiation protection from action point refresh speed.
I have been instructed to inform you that Director Elwood has issued mandatory overtime due to uncompleted milestones.
Well, about those uncompleted
Research on the
milestones.
Pisa nucleic lining project?
Actually, I did, yes.
The prototype is done.
Wonderful.
Took a little bit of doing, but I got it.
Overtime mode disengaged. Clean room override disengaged. The director will want to see this immediately. Please, follow me.
I was going to say, so probably what ended up happening here is that they had all of the materials that they needed in order to properly finish the project, but probably that Bergman guy locked them out of the clean room, like, right at the end, after they had already figured out what they were... After they already figured out what they needed in order to finish the project, so... That's not very Paragon of him. She is still floating faster than me walking, which is concerning, because I don't want to get too far ahead of her, basically. Alright, well anyway. Let's go see if the director is proud of my
This
results.
is Director Elwood's office. I expect he will be quite excited to see the prototype.
I think he's more excited about brains. See what I mean? Director. Now that she's hit him, can I help? I forget how this works. I guess we're gonna find out. He must be like a roamer or a reaver or something, considering his damage and take that he can take.
Sir, wonderful news. The nucleus-stricted blading project has finally produced a working prototype.
Isn't that
I
nice?
apologize for the director. He hasn't been himself lately. Must be the office flu.
Oh.
Payroll systems indicate that I have been authorized to provide you with a completion bonus at this time.
Are you trying to hand it to me?
Minus taxes and benefits.
Is that why you're... Oh, pre-war money.
Due
Nice.
to a lack of current projects, we must lay off redundant staff members at this time.
Damn
This is
it!
not a reflection on your work, and we will be happy to provide you with a positive reference.
I took so long to... Oh. Okay. Bye, Molly. I guess they really did lay off all the redundant staff, including the robots. Well, that sucks. I think the director's key just opens this door. I might take it anyway, though, just to have it. But, yeah, so... That's the whole quest. You make the thing, the director is also a ghoul, they all turn into ghouls, still trying to finish the project, and then everyone in here dies by the time you're done. I know it might seem strange, because I was like, no, this is one of my favorite quests in the game, but no, I just genuinely like the storytelling inside this place. It's cool. Anyway, we took the intelligence bobblehead from the Boston Public Library, so let's get science level 1, shall we? Now we can actually upgrade my laser gun when we go back to Sanctuary, which is our next stop. And it'll be our last stop in Sanctuary, on screen anyway. I'll probably have to come back for a couple of things, but, you know. Alright, so since Molly can't tell me I'm stealing anymore, let's loot the place dry. And then we'll go from there. I guess he ran out of food items. You know what he didn't run out of, though? Reading material. The Massachusetts Surgical Journal. Scars are cool. Okay, so it is limb damage. Okay, so now we inflict 2% extra limb damage, which probably will come in handy if we see any more glowing ones. They'll be a little bit easier to kill. I might have enough screws now, so I might be able to take that off my component view. Let's see. No, I have 11 screws. How much oil do I need anyway? I only needed 18 oil, so we can take that off of search now. I won't need any more oil whatsoever. I need 3 more screws. I need 39 more fiberglass, but we'll get that, and I've already got 10 of it just from the stuff I've scrounged up here. I needed 11 adhesives, so I only need 2 more of that, and then ballistic fiber, I still need 52 more, but I'm not really too concerned about the ballistic fiber, because you can buy shipments of 25 of it from a place that will be going later on in the story, so I'm not super concerned about it. We'll be able to get it without too much trouble. Now if we can just find a few more screws, no, not screwdrivers, actual screws, excuse me, we'll be in great shape. These typewriters probably have some screws in them. How much do they have in them? Let's see. Typewriter. 2 screws. Okay, so take this one's typewriter and I'm done with screws forever as well. Good. Is it this way? It is this way. Cool.
That's it.
Oh, good, more fusion cells. I'll take those. Those are nice. What was I going to stick in here? Was there anything I was going to stick in here? Oh, no, I was just going to look at component view and turn off screws now that I have them. It must not show the screws until I've broken down all the typewriters then. Okay. So we'll have to break them down when we get to Sanctuary to know how many screws I actually have. It says 11, but that doesn't mean anything. There's more adhesive. There's more pre-war money. We love that around here, don't we? Yeah, interesting ammo box considering it's a pre-war box. Yeah, U.S. Army had that look to it in the pre-war world of Fallout 4, I guess. So, man, look at all these filing cabinets. Look at all this potential loot for me. I'm going to take the Wonder Glue, even though I probably have enough adhesive at this point, because, well, you never know. You can never have enough adhesive. That's the general rule of Fallout 4 is you can never have enough adhesive, so. You can also never have enough caps, but, well, actually, I will have enough caps eventually to buy all the stuff I want. Ooh, military-grade duct tape. I think that puts us at 50, whatchamacallit? I think that puts us at 50 ballistic fiber left, so that should make it easier for us to get it, because I can just buy 2 shipments of it, of 25 each, and then be just fancy-dancy, just having a grand old time. Oh, you meant it's content? Fusion cells are generally not ammo. That's actually, in the Fallout universe, fusion cells are ammo. They were used in the Battle of Anchorage, which is in Alaska, when they were fighting against the Chinese army in the Fallout universe. They have laser guns, laser rifles. The opening shot of the game shows the U.S. Army soldier walking through the streets with a laser rifle, so... Yeah, it's just ammo. They just use it for stuff. Fusion cores are also incidentally ammo, but for a gun that we haven't found yet. You can use it for ammo, but not from anything that we have access to at the moment, so. Anyway, I think that's it. I think all we need to do now is just go back to Sanctuary, sort through all of our junk, and then head for Diamond City, finally. We can finally start working on the main plot. So that's good. I'm probably not going to make any adjustments to the laser rifle just yet until we get to Diamond City, though, because I want to make sure I use up the materials in that box that I specifically stuck there. So, rather than the stuff that's just kind of hanging out at Sanctuary itself. So I don't take anything with me. I don't have to, you know. So... I'm looking for time right now. 6:41. By the time I get back to Sanctuary, it will be very late, but, well, that's okay. I can, however, take off the T-45 chest piece on the power armor that's over there and stick the piezonucleic one on there now. Or I could sell the piezonucleic one because it's probably worth significantly more. That's probably a better idea, if I'm being honest. There's the SMG that we found last time. That's what it looks like with the... has a drum barrel on it. That's what it looks like, but you know. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to shove that entire piezonucleic piece in here. We don't need this, or this, or this, or any of these, or this, or that for that matter. And I probably won't need the double barrel shotgun anymore once I get back to Diamond City, but I'll hold on to it until we get there. I wonder if I should keep the hazmat suit just in case. I don't need the lab coat anymore, or this. That's worth $735. That is worth quite a bit, so we'll hold on to that. The problem with the hazmat suit is that it can't be given ballistic polymer weave, even though it looks very much like it could have ballistic polymer weave put on it. Like, you can add it to this suit, but you can't add it to this hazmat suit. I know they're made of different materials, but I would think the hazmat suit would be easier to put on ballistic weave, but apparently not. So, I can make purified water. Want a fun fact? The laser gun from Warhammer is the standard gun for the human army. It's strong enough to easily punch through concrete, but it is the weakest weapon in this world. It's not exactly the strongest thing, no, especially later on in the game when enemies start increasing their stats and getting a little bit closer to high energy resistance. However, it will serve as a staple of our damage output, not necessarily because it deals lots of damage, but because of the fact that it can build up crits for us in VATS. So that's how it will come in handy for us. I don't think I need this to make Ballistic Weave in my inventory, but I'm going to assume that I do and just hold on to it. It doesn't cost anything to keep it in there anyway. So pre-war money, that goes away. Any ammo that I don't need, that also goes away, like all this and that. That goes in the safe storage because I'm going to use it. This, that, gamma rounds. I guess I'll stick the... No, I'll keep the shotgun shells with me because those might come in handy, so... Oh, when you said this world, I thought you were talking about the Fallout world. If you are saying the laser gun from Warhammer is the weakest weapon in that world, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, because it sounds like it's super strong, but then it's like, no, it's just the weakest weapon that they have access to. Whoops. They need to get something better, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm going to use the hazmat suit since you can't ballistic weave it. I might, like... Because there's an editor that you can use that I have installed for the game where you can mess around with the files and just add ballistic weave to it, but I don't want to like destroy my save file by accidentally doing something I'm not supposed to, so I might leave it and just sell it later. Because I might just use power armor in situations where I'd want to use the hazmat suit, you know, but I'll hold on to it just in case I decide to. Alright, don't need any more mend hats. I'll keep the carrot because the carrot I'll probably be able to use in a minute to make some Yao Guai roast. Do I have other carrots? I do have 6 more carrots. Good. That means I should have a few potatoes as well. Yep, I got 16. I'll take 2 of those. We'll make more Yao Guai roast to add to the 2 that we already have. I should be looking in aid because that makes it easier to see everything. Stick these in there. Make purified water. Stick that there. I need, if there's any silk beans left, I need to grab those. There are none left. Good. So grab some more corn. Cook the Yao Guai meat. And then I think we've sorted through most of the things that we were going to sort through now. Put that away because we won't need that. I guess I got an extra subway token. Do they weigh anything? No. Okay, well I'll just stick the one that I've got in there. And I could sort through the junk and stick it all in here. I might do that because I only really plan on getting to Diamond City today. So if we do that, it'll only take like 5-10 minutes to get all that done. All that stuff sorted through. I should check what time it is so we can see how late of a start we're going to get here. Subway token, put that in there. Okay. It is 1:13 a.m. That's a little bit earlier than I was actually thinking it was going to be. Okay, well, in that case, let's go up here. Dog bed. What, do you want to sleep in there tonight, buddy?
Take a look.
It's okay, we're under an awning. Not a good one, mind you, but we're under an awning. Alright. And then, put my tent up. I should put my cooking pot away if I'm not going to make any more fire kits. They can't get better. It's the best in terms of mass production to damage for the human army, and a wise saying to all those who think it's harmless. You don't know how dangerous the laser gun is if you haven't run through a laser wall. There you go. Yeah, if you don't just go to sleep soon, you'll get attacked by phantoms. Yeah, at the rate I'm going. So let's get a nice early-ish start. We'll do some scrapping while Dogmeat is just hanging out right there. I'll take a drink and take a stretch because stretch break is a thing that the Vault Dweller, the Vault Boy just did. Oh, Carla's here. Nice. Maybe I can use her to grab a few extra things that I need. What the hell happened just there? Did you see that? That was weird. Okay, so here's how you scrap stuff, or the way that I was scrapping stuff before is you just kind of drop it on the ground like that. Go into workshop mode, and then scrap, and scrap, and scrap, and scrap, and scrap, and scrap. Then you exit. I don't want to drop too many things because I'll lose track of them at the rate that I'm going, because that's just how I am. So drop this, and drop. Thankfully, if you have over 5 items, you can just drop them all in one, and they'll all drop in one place 10 at a time. So that's a little easier to keep track of. Okay, so I think that was all the stuff. I'm just going to do this to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, that was all the stuff that I just did. So, more stuff. If it's already a raw material, you don't need to drop it, though, because it's just, you know, it can't be broken down any further. All right, that should be good. Let's see, I dropped one more thing, didn't I? Yes, I did. There it is. Okay, good. Didn't lose track of that one. We have a paint can. Drop that. Don't drop the soap normally, but I'm going to drop it here because it's not doing me any good in my inventory. I have 4 typewriters to process. That'll be great. All right, that. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do these after I process the typewriters, which I'm sure are now broken since I just threw them directly on the ground. All right, and last, these 6. Tired, so you'll take your leave. All right, sounds good, Lifeblood. Take it easy, go get some rest. We will see you on the next one. We will be moving on with the main plot on the next one, so I'm sure that'll make you real happy. All right, so let me look at my notes real quick, see what else we need to pull out. So I might as well take all the adhesive just because. You know what, actually, no, I'm gonna leave some of it here. I only need 11, so I'm gonna leave 14 of it here in case I need it for something else. We'll take all the ballistic fiber because we still need 50 more of that. Fiberglass, I guess I'll take what I got. And then oil, we need 5 more oil, and we're done with screws, so that's that. Okay, and I don't need springs, I didn't need any steel, I don't need gears, I've already got enough gears, got enough circuitry. Okay, so let me just fix my notes while I've got this here in front of me. Notes say adhesive, get rid of. Ballistic fiber, 50. Fiberglass, 29. Oil, 5. Screws, done. Save that, go back to Fallout 4. Alright, so component view. We don't need screws anymore, so we can get rid of that. We already got rid of fiberglass, and we don't need adhesive anymore, so we can get rid of that. So now it's just ballistic fiber, and honestly, I might just unfavorite that too, or rather uncomponent view that as well, because I know where I'm going to get my other 2 sets of ballistic fiber. So since that's the case, still need oil, so tag that for search. I just need 5 more oil. And then we're finally done picking up all this bullshit. Okay, so I still need to cook Yao Guai roast, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll have some breakfast. I won't eat the Yao Guai roast, though, because I will be broken as hell until after that. Cook pot I'll put away. Well, I was going to put this stuff away, but actually I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take all this stuff, because I'm going to Diamond City anyway, so I might as well take all the materials that I'm going to use with me when I go to Diamond City. Put the cook pot in here since I'm not using it currently. There you go. And I need to pick up Dogmeat's dog bed, so let me make some breakfast for us. Then I will pick up his stuff. I will pet him. And then we'll be good. And unless we get more Yao Guai meat, this might be the last of the cooking that I do. You can also make vegetable starch, by the way, if you have corn, mute fruit, potatoes, and purified water. That makes 5 adhesive, so it's a pretty solid way of getting adhesive, but we got plenty of adhesive back where we were, so I'm not too concerned about it now. Just in case I need something to sell to Carla, so I can afford any oil that she might happen to have sitting in her inventory. Let's just take a couple of the lower end things. That should be good. So Carla, you got any oil?
Yes?
Do I want to do this with my suit on?
Carla.
No, not really.
You again. Here to trade?
I'm not here to rob Carla blind. I'm just here to see if
Sure.
she's got any oil.
Let's take a look.
You break it, you buy it.
Sounds like a plan. I would have done that anyway. There you go. One of these, one of these. Okay, now it's to go looking for some oil. Nothing really good there. Have anything interesting here? Some extra razor grain, but I don't need Mirelurk cakes ever again, so I'm not really worried about that. Don't need those. Let's see. You have a shipment of oil that I could just take, but let's see if I can get it from other ways. There's a lantern. That's 2 whole oil right there. 3 from the lighter. Okay, so she can't quite get me there unless I buy the shipment of oil, which is a lot of caps. So since I can't quite get there unless I do this, let's just grab the lantern and the flip lighter. We'll have just a little bit of oil left to get now. We've only got to get 2 more oil. And yeah, we'll work on that in a moment. And by in a moment, I mean after I drop this, and then scrap the both of them. And then grab the scrap out of here. Let's see, so just the oil, that's all I need. Okay, and back to my notes. Oil times 2, save, back to Fallout 4. Okay, so I think we have everything that I need now, other than, so what I'm going to want to do at some point, I'll probably do it off screen after we get to Diamond City. I've got all my materials so we can upgrade our items when we get to Diamond City, because they have all the workbenches in the world. But I'm going to want to come back to this cabinet, grab all the stuff out of here, and then come back to this toolbox and grab all the stuff out of here as well. Hold on. Stand by. Is this an actual lantern? No, it's not an actual lantern. Damn it. I was kind of hoping it was an actual lantern, because if it was an actual lantern, we'd have all the oil we need. I can't get oil out of this, can I? They weren't oil-based, were they? No, they were not. Okay. Well, it was worth a shot. I'll just find 2 oil from somewhere else. That's fine. But yeah, so I'm going to want to grab as much of this stuff as I can, because I have a lot of caps sitting in here. And I have a lot of aid items that I'm going to want to actually take to our next checkpoint place when we get to Diamond City. So I'll probably come back and get that stuff after we get there. But let's actually get there first, shall we? I have delayed long enough.
Heads up. On me.
You know what's funny, though, is I love how I said, okay, well, I took the gold out of the lab so nobody can just, make a random-ass piezonucleic power armor chest, and then I'm going to sell the piece that I've got sitting here. I don't know if that's a good idea. Excuse me. I wonder if I should just stick it on here instead. Just to say, well, how much is the torso worth? 140. That's like 600 caps I'd be losing. Never mind. All right, so I've delayed long enough. Let's head south to ye old Diamond City. Yeah, might as well just go straight to the Polymer Labs, and then we'll go across the street, and we'll. I didn't clear Boston Public Library. Oh well, whatever. Back to Cambridge Polymer Labs. Fast travel there. What in the goddamn is that? I think that's a Gauss rifle, actually, now that I look at it. That is a very, yeah, it says it in the catalog down there. That is a very high-end weapon. We probably won't be seeing any of those for a while. But that's okay, because it's a rifle, so I wouldn't be using it anyway. I'm using pistols. After I get rid of the shotgun, we'll be in good shape there. All right, so we have everything that I wanted to do before we went to Diamond City. So let's go to Diamond City and see if we can't chat with the people in the closest place to an actual town that I have found on the map, and see if any of them might be able to point me in the right direction as to where my son was abducted to. Because these raiders sure as hell haven't told me where my son was abducted to. That's for sure. Are there any raiders left down there? No, I mean, I just cleared them out 2 days ago, so they wouldn't have respawned by now. I think it's like 3 or 4 days before they respawn, so pardon me, buddy. Just want to double check. Yeah, okay, I've got a bunch of shit. A bunch of materials just sitting in my inventory. Wanted to make sure I grabbed all of them. Didn't want to have to go back to the thing, even though I'm going to have to go back to the thing anyway. So, maybe don't drop off the bridge. That probably wouldn't work out for us. I don't hear that gunfight that was going on before. Dog found an enemy. They might be here anyway, though, because if he found an enemy, that means something is afoot. But what is afoot? Let's go find out. And check all the newsstands and everything for extra ammo. And extra mentats, apparently. That's good. So really, the only things I need to pick up now are chems, ammo, and healing items. And once we've got all that, I think we're good, honestly. I don't think we need to pick up anything else. Uh-oh.
Someone there?
Nope. Pay no attention to the woman with the dog that's just wandering around. Are those friendly things? Cricket. Guess they're friendly. I can't see through the fog. There we go. I can see a little better now, but he's out of my line of sight. I'm detected, but I'm probably detected by Cricket, so, or the dog.
What's that?
Super Mutant Skirmisher. I have avoided their line of sight. Again! Ah, okay, so the caravan guards will help us with what we're about to get involved with here. But they have seen me, so now I'm gonna have to... Okay, hold on. We have a mutant hound! Sorry, buddy, I'm about to shoot you where the sun don't shine. Okay. Takes care of that. I've got a crit going on, so... Alright, well, before they make mincemeat of these caravan guards... Ow. You hit a little hard, pup, but so do I! Alright, let's see. Skirmisher. Let's get a big hit off on him. That didn't do jack diddly shit. It's okay though. What are those things? How long have you been in the Commonwealth there? I feel like I would have said the same thing if these were the first ones that I saw, though, to be fair. Am I gonna hit any of these? No. Okay. Well, I'm glad you did. Which one of those is Demi? Oh, he's down there. Okay. So I'm guessing the skirmisher is the one that's ripping you to shreds. Yeah. He's also kind of gonna rip me to shreds if I'm not careful. So.
Hitting my caravan is your last mistake.
Oh, okay, there you are. Again, the fog is just messing me up. I can't hardly see him. That's okay. It says there's a super mutant there. Is that him there? I'm not seeing any muzzle flashes. Where'd that skirmisher go? I'm gonna move up.
We ain't easy pickings, asshole.
No, not what I want to do. Don't want to pickpocket the guard. Want to shoot the super mutant that is hiding behind this wall.
Keep them off me. What the?
There you go. Oh, okay. Let me not stick my head out.
For now.
Whew. Nice work. Thanks for the assist. That was a whole lot of bad going on there.
Hey,
Got a hankering for melting face? I'm your girl.
Okay, well, what do you got for sale?
sure. Let's take a look.
A part of every big purchase goes to planting little bitty trees that I'll blow up in your honor.
You're a little high, aren't you? Well, that's okay. You helped me kill the super mutants, so you can be a little high. This is Cricket. She sells lots of drugs, from what I remember. I took 2 Yao Guairos with me. That's okay. I'll just add it to the other ones that I have. She also sells a pretty nice weapon that I probably won't be able to have access to at the moment because it's probably way too expensive. Where is it? There it is. The Spray and Pray. This is a submachine gun with some random assorted stuff on it. This is actually a pretty powerful one, considering it's got powerful receiver, standard barrel, that's not so good, but the recoil compensating stock, a large quick eject drum. You can put some sights on it, put a barrel on it. This bad boy will take you through the entire game if you can get enough 45 rounds. Every bullet that you shoot out of it will deal 15 additional points of AoE damage because they will explode on impact. That kills a lot of things, because not a lot of things have very good explosive resistance. It's an entirely separate damage element from everything else, ballistic energy, all that. Not a lot of things resist it, so that will do really well for you. She also has a super sledge. That is 114 damage that I would do with it, unupgraded. Super sledges are rocket-propelled sledgehammers. They hit as hard as you can imagine. I don't really want to upgrade over my sledgehammer, even though it's a significant upgrade, though, because they're even slower than a regular sledgehammer. So it's really solid if you're into that sort of stuff, but I'd actually like to downgrade from the stuff that I have to something a little quicker, because it'll be easier to do melee if I can hit them quickly. But it's okay. You have 44 rounds. You have 10 of them. They're worth 7 apiece. I don't know if I want to buy that stuff, but 44 rounds might be a little hard to come by. To be fair, I don't think I'm going to be shooting that many 44 rounds, so... Well, thanks for the assist anyway. I appreciate it. Excuse me, now I just need to see if I can find any oil in these places. I'll take the lunchbox, though. So who'd they kill? Diamond City Security. Ooh, that's not good. You can grab their outfits for some halfway decent protection right now if you really want to, but yeah, I don't really see the point. I've got good enough protection with what I've got on me. Might just need a stim pack or two occasionally. I'm going to use one right now, as a matter of fact. Why not? Alright, well, that's a sight that only a mother could love. I'll take the Yao Guai meat, though. Thanks for that. Just don't need to see you sticking out there, sir. Putting out for all to see. That's not cool. No one needs to see that. I'm pretty sure super mutants are sterile anyway, because they... I think, if I remember correctly, that's how the lore goes. I think they're sterile. I don't think they can reproduce, but... I would rather not talk about the reproduction of a giant ogre at the moment. I'd rather talk about basically anything but. Is there anything in this? No. There's no draws in that. Alright, so did that skirmisher fall off the roof when we killed him, or is he still up here? In a locked, bloody trunk. Well, this one at least isn't locked, so... nope, there he is. Had basically nothing good. Alright, that's fine. Well, that was fun. They killed a bunch of Diamond City security in the process, so I hope someone reported that, but that was a whole lot of fun, so let's, you know, your caravan's getting away. They went that way. You might want to follow them. Let's see, pre-war money. At this point, I'm just fueling an addiction for pre-war money. I just know what it looks like, so I just chomp at the bit when I see it. There's a bunch of signs pointing us in that direction, though, so probably that's where Diamond City itself is. And I doubt, yeah, I was going to say, I doubt any of these cash registers will actually have any pre-war money in them, because this is so close to civilization that it probably would have been picked clean. However, Scrounger can still activate, even in locations that are this close to civilization, so that's helpful. I thought I saw guards down this way. Maybe they were all patrolling and they kept patrolling. Oh, here we go. You, hear something, sir, or are you just getting jumpy? I'll leave you to it. I'm gonna go talk to someone who's not jumpy.
Mutant sure are hard to kill, huh? Thanks for the assist.
You're welcome. Sorry about your friends.
Looking for Diamond City? Just follow the signs.
Thanks. Diamond City this way. Yes, I suppose I could have just read it for myself, but, you know. I feel like this might be too easy, but it might also be that they're putting all this stuff here because if this is the only spot of civilization in the Commonwealth, then people are going to want to, you know, get here as easy as possible.
I'm standing out in the open here for crying out loud.
Not that open. Look at all the pylons.
Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm sorry, but...
Well, hold that thought for a second, sir. I just remembered something. Time for the suit and sunglasses.
Really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
Ugh. You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out.
Well, about that, hi. This individual is busy. Talking to me.
You want into Diamond City, right?
I guess.
I just got here, but yeah.
Shh.
Okay, sure.
What's that? You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month?
You are a terrible liar.
You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Uh-huh.
Jeez, all right.
This is what you get for not installing a camera.
Give me a minute.
I feel like Fenway Park would have some sort of camera
Head inside
system.
quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
Fair enough. I'll follow you, I guess.
You first.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Alright, so anyway. Before we get too far in here, I put on the suit and the other thing for a specific reason.
I told Sullivan to keep that gate shut.
And I'm going to use that reason, well, after these two stop talking.
The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
Tyrant mayor shuts down the press.
Do I need to be here between you two?
Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news?
I forgot to pop the thing.
Free speech in the dumpster.
I thought I was going to be able to pop the thing while I was here. I don't know this is any of my business, actually.
This really isn't any of my business.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, miss. No. You look like Diamond City material.
I'm
Welcome
sure
to
the suit helps.
Of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money. Settle down.
Have a
Don't let
pet.
this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
So are you guys arguing? What are you arguing about? I know I just feigned interest, but...
What are you two arguing about anyway?
What do you think? Print lies and everybody's happy, but if you print the truth...
Then the politicians in power get a little upset. Yeah, that's normal.
You came to our city for...
Alive again, you made dinner and now you need to eat it. Sounds like... sounds good then, Marie. Hopefully it is good. Yeah, actually, I'm looking for somebody.
I'm trying to find someone.
Trying to find someone? Who?
Well...
My baby boy, Sean. He's less than a year old.
Wait, your son's missing?
Sure is.
You hear that, McDonough? Is Diamond City Security just gonna stand by while a mother searches for her infant son all on her own?
Because that would be a hell of a top story.
I'm afraid that our security team can't follow every case that comes through. I'm confident that you can find help here.
Okay.
Diamond City has every conceivable service known to man. One of our great citizens can surely find the time to help you.
But not your security, because that would be too easy.
A mayor of a great city must know everyone. Who can help me?
Well...
Hey, that worked. Wasn't sure if that was going to work without the Great Mentap, but it worked.
Valentine, a detective of sorts who specializes in tracking people down.
Exactly what I'm looking for.
Debts or whatnot.
Perfect.
Now, I have to get going. I'm sorry, Diamond City Security doesn't have time to help, but I'm sure Mr. Valentine charges a reasonable fee.
This is ridiculous. Diamond City Security can't spare one officer to help?
To be fair,
I want the truth, McDonough.
if they did spare an
What's the real
officer...
reason Security never investigates
I've had enough of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep
I'd
talking,
lose out
that's
on
all
Lone
you do.
Wanderer, so...
I'm impressed. Not everyone can claw information out of McDonough's tight-fisted hands.
Well, I did put the suit on for a reason, so.
Why don't you stop by my office after you see Valentine? I think I just found my next story.
I guess I could do that. Sure. Story of the century. Go to Piper's office. Fair enough, I guess. Is the twist that Sean was unfrozen and taken early enough that he lived his life and died before Charlotte unfroze? Boy, that would be fucked now, wouldn't it? That would not be cool.
You're Sullivan, right?
So,
I guess we're going to find out, though, aren't we? I actually don't know what the twist is. I've never played this game up to the point where the twist was revealed, so.
Am I right?
Sorry about her doing that. I was just an innocent bystander in all this.
I didn't mean to lie, officer. It all just happened so fast.
You're not the first one Piper pulled into a heap of trouble they weren't ready for. Thanks for being honest.
Thanks for accepting my
If it were up to
apology.
me, we would have just let the both of you in. But the mayor's calling the shots, and, well, you saw how mad he is.
He seems a little steamed, yeah.
Welcome to Diamond City and all that. I gotta get back to work.
All right. Thanks for the info. Okay, so that's all of the persuading we're going to be doing now, so I can put my actual clothes back on. So let's put all of our other stuff on. And there we go. Into Diamond City we go. Let's see what happened to Fenway Park after the apocalypse. That sounds like a Bethesda plot, though. Yeah, it kind of does, honestly. Like, I could definitely see it being what happened. Again, only one way to find out. Now that we're actually following the plot, we'll get the chance to. Well, I mean, considering it survived the nuclear holocaust, it doesn't look awful. But Fenway Park's definitely seen better days. Like, good lord.
Hey, kiddo. How are the paper sales?
Mayor, that way.
Presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't replace it.
You've been saying that for weeks and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much.
And I guess the market is its own separate zone, so we get some experience for
angry politicians coming our way.
Is something wrong?
Selling, or not selling, wandering by that. I'm sure those two get along real well.
One of those things, it's that secretary of his, her and her perfect hair.
What about your hair?
Mayor's secretary, come on, Ma. I cut her hair myself, and I know human hair.
That's just it, Johnny. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. If you nicked McDonough with your razor, he'd bleed. Don't mean nothing.
What do you think they're talking about?
Hi.
Hi. Oh, look, grub. Let's get some.
Do yourself a favor and just say yes. It's all he understands.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
Tell me a joke.
Ha! Nice one.
Yes?
Okay, well that was weird. It's supposed to load his inventory and he's supposed to have noodle cups, but maybe he's all out of grub. See Abbott about the wall. I guess some sort of radiant event was happening in the background and that was what just happened there. Anyway, it's late at night, so Diamond City Surplus is still open.
There's a bar in the old theater district that's for raiders only. The combat zone. I'd stay clear if I was you.
Thanks for the info. I'll keep that in mind.
Everyone in this city's always jumping at shadows. Chill out is what I say.
Thanks for that. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, so Diamond City Surplus is a shop that's open at night. It's about time Bethesda put one of these into the game. Let's see what he's got.
Let's see what you have.
Oh, goody. So, actually, I should put my suit back on because I'm going to need to do that. Let me see if he's got any oil stuff, though, because if he has any oil stuff, I won't need to, well, get any oil ever again, and I like that. That is 3 cooking oil. I like that. Let me just make sure there's nothing that's like smaller amounts. No. Well, I could buy the soap and the used oil can. That's $5.14 versus cooking oil, which is $9. Okay, well then I guess we know which one I'm going to be getting. So let's grab the cooking oil. I'll just give you 9 of these rounds so we can be even. There's more that I want to get from him, but I wanted to get that just to make sure I have it. Anyway, before we get the stuff from him, let's put on the suit, put on the glasses, and pop our first grape mentat. God, I was clean for so long, and I can't believe I'm
You're tall.
doing this again. here goes nothing, though. Ugh. I feel so dirty. I just broke my lack of an addiction. I was clean for so long.
Let's see what you
Let's
got.
see what the difference is in his prices, though, now that I've done that. As you'll see in a moment, it makes a significant difference when you use Great Mentats, because our buying and selling prices are going to be higher. For example, these 308 rounds I just sold for 1 cap each, now sell for 2 caps each, which is not really proving my point, but you'll see my point in a moment. I'll show you with apparel, because the apparel is where it's at with Percy here, because if I remember correctly, yeah, here we go. They actually have one of the pieces of armor that I want to replace my leather armor with, the Wastelander's chest piece. It has the Cunning legendary effect, which adds 1 agility and perception to it. It's already studded, so I don't have to modify it there. Has a biocom mesh, which increases the duration of chems. Not really worried about that either, because I'll just put the suit on instead. But the +1 agility and perception, ooh, that's very nice. And I can buy it for only 488 caps. If I had done this without the suit, the black rim glasses, and the Great Mentat, it would have sold for like 1,000. So it makes a big difference. The Great Mentat makes a huge difference. We will be using Great Mentats for any major purchases we need to make for the remainder of the game, because they are just that good. I only have 2 more on me, but I made a few more back at home, and I even have more Mentats to make them if I need to, so there you go. We also didn't get addicted to it, so that's nice. Doesn't always happen, but it happened this time. Let's see. I can sell this 1 pre-war money that I grabbed on the way to help with the costs. So, how much did that sell for? Oh, it sold for 10. Well, that's not bad. Did it sell for 10? No, it sold for 6. Okay. I was going to say, that sounds high. It was high. It sold for 6, not 10. I wasn't looking, that's why. But normally it sells for like... It has a value of 8. So selling it for 6 is actually pretty high. You almost get the full value out of it. So that's... And let's remember as well, that's 6 per pre-war money that I have. And how much pre-war money do I have stashed back at Sanctuary? Like 500 pieces? We will be eating good when we get to Bunker Hill and I finally find Lucas Miller again. Because we'll put all this stuff on and out will go his entire inventory. Alright, let's get rid of this stuff. I don't need these either, so I can sell that. Should I sell the shotgun now? I feel like it's still pretty good for some damage output, but I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm over it a little bit, you know. So let's just sell a chunk of these to get to closer to that 401. There. Now I'm only giving him 1 cap. I want to hold on to my caps as best as I can, because there's a couple of other situations here in Diamond City where I'm going to want to buy some stuff. So I want to hold on to them as best I can until I can buy that stuff. How long does that last anyway, the Great Mentat? Does it tell me? Let's see here. Doesn't say in here, but I think I'm in the wrong place. 13. I like his face when you're all drugged up on here. That's funny. Yeah, so it doesn't tell me what the duration is. I guess I can look at what the duration is, because it's in real-world minutes. So, Fallout 4... Great Mentats. Drum roll, please. How long do they last? 10% better prices and +5 charisma for 8 real-world minutes. Not bad. So I only have to pop 1 more once we get to morning here, which is a little bit of a ways off. That's okay. But once we get to morning here, we will be able to pop 1 more. I have to buy something from Commonwealth Weaponry. And I also have to buy something from the mayor's office, believe it or not. So we'll work on that in a minute. Before we do, though, let's head towards the Valentine Detective Agency.
That food. Only one thing worth buying in a dugout inn, and that's the booze. Man's gotta eat. What can I say? A real Diamond City boy eats at the noodle stand.
You will never get any protein if you eat at the noodle stand, man. Sorry to say it.
Nice hat.
Thanks. I haven't decked it out yet. I probably should do that before the episode's over. Yeah, so by the way, here's the bases that were actually at Fenway Park. We passed first base over there. It looked like a trip spot, like something you were going to flip a switch with, so I didn't step on it. But
say outside is smell. But you don't smell at all.
thanks. But here's second base, so that's fun. Nick's office, the Valentine Detective Agency, is over here by third base, where shortstop would sit.
That's a fairy tale, man. They don't exist.
Nah, I heard from my cousin. He knows a guy that works for him. They got a code phrase and everything.
The railroad, huh?
The Freedom Trail.
The hell is that supposed to mean? You're full of it, and that kind of talk is going to get you snatched up by the synths.
Yeah, that's what I said, Dogmeat. Question mark. Alright, let's go to Valentine's Detective Agency and see if they have any way of assisting me.
I told you your luck wouldn't last forever.
Ooh.
His ties. Oh, Nick.
Hello.
Something wrong?
Another stray coming in from the rain. Afraid you're too late. Office is closed.
Like, temporarily or permanently?
I know you must be busy, but I won't take much of your time, Miss. It's important.
You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude, but it's just... the detective... he's gone missing.
The missing persons detective is missing.
Picture on milk carton time?
If only it was that simple, right?
If we could even find a
Nick
milk
disappeared
carton.
working a case. Skinny Malone's gang had kidnapped a young woman, and he tracked them down to their hideout in Park Street Station.
Okay.
There's an old vault down there they use as a base. I told Nick he was walking into a trap, but he just smiled and walked out the door like he always does.
Yeah, that sounds like a regular old detective. Who's this Skinny Malone guy?
Who's this Skinny Malone character?
I don't know much about him, but he's from Good Neighbor, and that means he's in the well-pressed suits and machine gun school of thuggery.
Fun! Where's Good Neighbor?
You said Malone's from Good Neighbor?
Yeah, it's a tough neighborhood. Northeast a ways. People with power there care about two things: style and body count.
So is that like the Raider town? Well, it's updated my map, so I guess we can find out. Anyway, I need Nick's help, so...
I'll find him. You have my word.
Thank you. Nick should be easy to spot. He's always wearing that old hat and trench coat getup. Please, hurry.
I feel like I just talk my way into these messes, don't I, buddy? Now we gotta go find this detective who's supposed to be the missing persons detective. By the time I'm done finding him, I'll be the missing persons detective. Oh well. It never would have been that simple, right? We never would have been able to walk up to him and be like, yeah, I'll find your kid. Just let me, you know, check my files and stuff. Alright, so I said I was going to do a couple of things. I want to go to the Dugout Inn. But before I go to the Dugout Inn to rest for the night, I think...
Do something fun? Run the bases. Trust me.
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. I think I'm actually going to go deck out my armor and stuff before I go.
Good Neighbor? Friggin' hole. Ghouls and chemheads all over.
Yeah, I heard about it. I'm going to steer clear as best I can.
Don't
Whoa.
move, Sim. What have you done with the real Riley? Where's my brother?
I swear, I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes. We're family.
Put the gun down now. He's a synth. He'll kill us all.
Well,
No!
okay, that
Show's over. There are no synths in Diamond
was
City.
a little
Hear me?
gruesome.
Just you folks and your damn paranoia.
Yeah, that's... huh.
Hey.
He pulled a gun on me. My own brother.
You guys are that paranoid about synths?
What happened?
I'm not a synth. I told him. I kept telling him. Why didn't he listen to me?
How would he think you're a synth? All the synths I've seen have looked like those iRobot things. Huh.
Officer?
I need you to step away, Scabber.
Can you tell me what happened first?
I understand, officer. I just want to know what happened.
What, you didn't hear the shouting? Guy pulls a gun on his own brother, thinking he's a synth.
Yeah.
That newspaper's fault. Got people all riled up, thinking their own family might be replaced by machines.
I feel like that paranoia was already there, though.
All this, but it's over, okay? Just go about your business like nothing happened. Better that way.
Uh-huh.
Still standing around for? Go back to your own damn business.
It's like 1 in the morning. Get the fuck out of here. And it's raining rads. Great. Well, we have to go find Nick, so that's our next objective. I don't know if Piper's house will be open at the moment. There's the combat zone, and then there's where we need to go, and there's Good Neighbor. So it's right near the combat zone where we need to go. And there's going to be about 6 different discoveries that I can make along the way. Let's go see if Piper's available, and if she is, that's cool. We can take care of her quest real quick for some extra caps. I don't think it gives you caps, actually. I think it gives you EXP. But, you know. They might be in bed, though, so maybe it will be better if I come back later. Let's go sleep at the inn. It's already, you know, thunder ratting, so let's just go sleep at the inn, and then I can pick this back up after I do that. Plus, the inn might actually have some whiskey for me, so that'll come in handy. Oh, right, modifying my stuff. I want to do that before I want to modify my stuff before I get too far here, because if I do it in the morning, everyone's going to be yelling and screaming and carrying on in the background because all of the vendors will be hawking their wares and stuff, so I don't want to do it then. So let's do it now, so that the only one we hear is Percy. Anyway, we can make an advanced receiver for our pistol. That'll increase our damage a little bit. So let's do one of those. We got a long, light ported barrel. That sounds like fun, sure. I already have the sharpshooter's grip, so we don't need to worry about that. Don't need to worry about the large quick eject mag either. That actually increases your cost in VATS with the pistol, and I don't want that. So there you go. And I think that's it. That's about as high as our pistol is going to go. You don't really need the compensator, the muzzle brake, or the suppressor. I might make the suppressor anyway, because it'll help with sneaking around. It just decreases range, which is something that I'm not really a big fan of. So maybe we'll try without it for a little bit, and then we'll go from there. So that's the 10mm pistol all taken care of. I can't mod these out at all because I don't have blacksmith, and I could mod the double-barreled shotgun, but if I'm going to be getting rid of it, I might as well leave it. As for this, though, we can mod this a little bit. I don't want to mod the receiver just yet, the capacitor. There goes my great mentats. But I do want to mod this other stuff first. I want to actually make the barrel an improved short barrel, because the shorter the barrel is, you're going to have a little bit of a range hit, but you'll get a lower amount of cost in VATS if you have the shorter barrel. So we're going to use the short barrel. And then we don't want the stock, we actually want the sharpshooter's grip, so let's put that on. And then I think I can put a reflex sight on? Yes, I can. Okay, good. So now, because we made it into a pistol, it actually increased its damage output, even though I didn't affect the capacitor at all, because it's a pistol. So now, anything that is pistol related will be available to me. So, do I want to do this, or do I want to do I need that for the fine-tuned beam focuser, or just this? No, I think I made it for this specifically. I have more silver back in Sanctuary, so I guess I'm not too worried about it, but let's make a beam focuser to give it a little bit of extra range back. And we'll put the fine-tuned one on next level once we get to 17, because we'll be able to do that. And then after that, it'll basically just be the capacitor. I'm going to want to put the maximized one on it, and then we'll put the overcharged one on it once we get access to more science-y perks. So I should probably rename this, actually, like CB Righteous Authority, so it sits up near the top with the rest of the stuff. Okay, but we have a pistol. It's all modded. The Radstorm stopped. That's good.
Oh, I do hope you're here to make a purchase. It's what I live for.
Wait, 17? Didn't you just hit 14 or something? You missed a lot making food. We started this episode at 15, actually. We just barely hit 15 at the end of the last episode. So we're not quite at 17 yet, but we're at like 16 and a third-ish, I think. So we're not too far away. I don't want to use that as my bandolier anymore, so let's actually rename or actually, I'm not even going to rename this. I'm just going to scrap it because the other one is already studded, right?
Outsiders wear such funny clothes?
Yes. When we want items to be well made, yes, we do. Alright, so let's get rid of this. I won't need that anymore. Can't do anything with those. I'm going to want to grab Dogmeat's armor off of him at some point, though. Probably in a second I'll do it. You're about to say, yeah, no, we didn't get that many levels while you were gone. Okay, so what I want to do here, deck out the Wastelander's chest piece, because we don't need the biocom mesh. We do, however, I want to grab asbestos lining for it, because what that does is it reduces any energy damage we can take. So if, you know, synths have laser pistols and they start shooting at me, I can take less damage from that. And it also makes you immune to being set on fire, so any Molotovs thrown at you won't set you on fire anymore. They'll still deal a little damage, but not like as much as they would if you were set on fire. So let's make that. Once we get to Armorer rank 3, I want to make the Dense perk as well, or the Dense mod, because that'll reduce the damage from explosions, which will probably become more pertinent when we're at level 25. And yeah, we can't quite make it medium yet, but I can rename it to CB. Oh yeah, it's too long. Hold on. CB Wastelander BAND. I don't think I can fit. Oh, I can fit Bandolier. Okay, cool. Then that's what we'll do. All right, but yeah, so we're strengthened for now. We'll switch those off to something else later. I don't really need them to be strengthened at the moment. I'm going to switch them to ultralight once we get Armorer rank 3, and I can do it. The last thing that I want to do, though, while we're here, is take advantage of that ballistic polymer weave that we grabbed inside of Cambridge Polymer Labs. I cannot do it with my actual clothing that I have on underneath my armor, but I can ballistic weave my hat to protect my face, I guess, a little bit better. So, since I can't do my clothes, I might as well do it to my hat. And Ballistic Weave is really solid. It gives you an additional 65 at Mark 3 points of damage and energy resistance. It goes up to 110 eventually once you get to Armorer rank 4, but you won't be able to access that till level 39, so it's a little... It's balanced-ish. So, let's make one of these for my hat, so now I have a little bit of extra protection there. And let's make it for Dogmeat as well. Come here, buddy. And by that I mean, hold on. I think I'm stuck in, yeah, I was stuck in dialogue with Percy there, so. Let me see your harness real quick, so I can give you more protection. Also, give me the teddy so we can play with the teddy bear. Hold on, let me just, there you go.
Shopping at night? Diamond City surplus is
Sorry, that animation just amuses me, and it never won't. So, alright, so now let's go back to his harness, and you can also apply Ballistic Weave to Dogmeat's harness, and I have his, I have him in mind when I have all the ballistic fiber that I want to go get. So,
maybe you should buy something else.
but as you can see, it gives him plenty of damage and energy resistance. The poison and the radiation resistance stays the same, but he will be a bit more tanky now. Unfortunately, we won't have any more ballistic fiber for him for a while, but, you know, that's helpful. I'm also going to rename this for him, DM Harness, so it stays in a certain spot in his inventory. There we go.
Don't worry, I can wait.
I don't want you to wait all day for me to respond. I'm not
Look
even
alive.
talking to you. Guess what I have for you, buddy? Guess what I have for you? There you go. Now you have lots more resistances, so you won't get blasted by as many things. You might even be able to take an explosion to the face now, so that is good. Okay, so what else do I want to do here? I need to wait till morning, and it's like, what, 2:32? Okay. Maybe I should go buy our, whatchamacallit now. Yeah, I'm gonna go do that now, actually.
Only a Diamond City surplus.
So, since Piper is busy, and since I don't have access to the shop I want to shop at for the moment, let's go up to the mayor's office, because they might still be active even though it's 2:30 a.m. If they're not, I guess I'll just go to the friggin' inn. Since I don't really want to sleep at the inn if I don't have to, because if you go in and you talk to them about stuff, it'll eventually activate a side quest that, I don't know, I could do, but I don't really want to do, to be honest. it's just kind of one of those things that I'm not really keen on. I guess I could, but yeah, if we have to, if it procs, then I will. And it looks like the receptionist is not available at the moment, so since that's the case, off to the inn we go to see how much whiskey I can procure from them for more great mentat creation. So we'll sleep at the inn for the night. We'll come back in the morning when everybody should be available. I need to buy one thing at the market at Commonwealth Weaponry. I need to buy one thing from up there with the receptionist, and I need to go to Piper and finish up her quest as well. And once we've done that, we'll check out our new checkpoint, our new zone that we'll be able to use as a base of operations for the remainder of the game, because it's much more central to where the actual plot of the game is. But first, let's go into the Dugout Inn. I believe this is the home side Dugout Inn. I don't think this is the away team. Although, I guess if it was the away team, that would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Because it's like, yeah, so you're from away, and that's why you need an inn, because you're not from here. So maybe it is the away team dugout. Wanted. Bounties here. Raiders in Andrew Station. No thanks.
A Meyerlurk?
Come on. That's like 2 out of 10 points of danger tops. Now, if you want to talk something really deadly.
Redeem!
I forgot you was there, Yeffi. What is it?
You there.
You know what?
We need
Never
to
mind.
have
I'll
a
handle it
conversation.
myself.
We do?
Do I know you?
No. But I've heard of you.
How?
Always looking
I've been here for
people who
5
handle
minutes.
themselves in dangerous situations.
Do I have that look?
What's the job?
I don't know yet. Whatever needs to be done once my boss has had a look at you. I can assure you that it will be dangerous. And that you'll be paid fairly.
Uh-huh. Okay, I'm not really keen on that for now.
Danger? No thanks.
Well, you know your own business. If you change your mind, look me up at Cabot House, Beacon Hill. Ask for Edward Deegan.
Okay, sure. So, one thing that you'll notice about Fallout 4 is that there is no option. Yes is yes, no is also yes in a lot of situations. And yeah, that was a no that I very firmly gave him, but it still started the quest that will now clutter my inventory for, you know, ever. So that's fun. Let's see. I'm probably going to say this wrong, but Zarklo Zombie. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to the stream, Broly. Can you ask a favor? Sure, why not? Go for it. I will see what the favor is, and I will let you know once that happens. Anyway, let's go rest while I wait for the fever.
I killed a man for it.
Oh?
No, I kid. He is dead, though.
Oh.
Now, let me know when you're ready to order.
How much have you had to drink tonight, sir?
Let's see what you have.
Don't order just one now. Leave it up.
Say, porco dio? There you go. I said, porco dio. No, I was talking to Vadim, not you. Sorry, I should have clarified. He has 5 whiskey. I like that. I'll take that off your hands, actually. That's plenty of stuff that I can use. Should I keep this? No, I don't really think I need to. Well, because I could stick it back on my pistol when I get the unique pistol that I want to get, and then I could take the ones I just made and put them on the new one. I'll keep them. I'll keep them just in case, because they'll be useful for something. Do you want this shotgun in case you have to kill another man for it? Oh yeah, I kind of got to put that stuff back on. I'll do it in a minute. Anything else I can sell you? I need all that stuff. I guess I could sell you this laser stuff, because I'm not going to use it anymore. Or this, for that matter. Yeah, it's good. Thanks for the whiskey. You're welcome. Glad that I could help.
Oh, a customer. Need a room?
Yes please, although.
What's the story with this place?
Not much to say. We sell food, drink, and rooms. Mainly for traders that come to the area.
Okay.
My brother Vadim runs the bar. Scarlett's our waitress, and she helps me keep the rooms clean. As much as they can be.
Sounds like you guys run a tight ship around here.
Here's your caps.
I'll take a room.
Two, just through the door.
Thank you. Steel technique, do I know it? I'm not familiar with that anagram. I think that's what that is. Anagram? Am I thinking of something else? I don't know. Let's go to bed. I'm too tired. I can't think. But yeah, I'm not familiar with that, so might have to explain that one to me. Okay, we got well rested here. That's good. Did you get a good sleep? I hope so, because I'm not going to get to pet you this morning.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. I'm going to get this damn pie one of these times. Not at my luck set, though. I'm only at 2 luck. It will take me forever. Okay, so I think if I remember right, if we go back to the Dugout Inn at any point in time later on in the game now, it will trigger a side quest that we can do. So if I ever accidentally wander back in here, I guess I'll do it. But at the moment, I have a few other things. Gotta be careful. I have a few other things I want to do. This is the butchery, by the way. They might have Yao Guai meat for sale, so that'll be nice once I get it. There's the doctor in case I accidentally overdose on great mentats and get addicted. Because, you know, that can happen. Here's Commonwealth weaponry.
Hey, you're the new girl, right?
Sure, that's me.
Yeah, I'm the new girl.
Well, it's good to have you here.
I forgot to pop a great
Name's Arturo
mentat.
Rodriguez. If you need protection, let's talk.
Okay, let's see what you have.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Something for
I gotta pop back out of here in a second to take a great mentat, but, you know. He's got a few good items of Commonwealth weaponry. He's got a legendary fat man that shoots another fat man, so I don't know where you're gonna get all that explosive ordnance, but there you go. It costs almost 10,000 caps, which is surprisingly not the most expensive thing that we've seen, considering, you know, we've been all over the place at this point. We've seen a piece of armor sold for 14,000 caps instead, so here is Old Faithful. It's a laser rifle, because it has the stock that is, it's the instigating legendary effect, deals double damage to targets at full health. Good for sneaking. Can't be suppressed though, so not as good for sneaking as maybe some other things. Hold an item. Hold E versus an item and go into a stealthy corner to take that item 100%. Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm aware of that. I wasn't aware of the, I thought it was something else, but I'm aware of that technique. I've used it before in some Bethesda games, so. If I see anything I like and my hands can't stay in my pockets, I might employ that. Let's see, what do we need? We don't need the left arm guard, actually. We need the right arm guard, which, as you can see, is very expensive. But we're going to do something about that expense in just a moment. I just need to pop a great mentat first, and then we should be okay. Excuse me for a second. Gonna pop these like candy at this rate.
Great stuff. If you're interested.
I guess I'm interested now.
Let's take a look.
Now that I'm significantly more suave. Alright, let's see how much of an effect that had on it. 2221. Still on the expensive side, actually. But, well, that's okay. We can make do with it. I'm gonna finally get rid of my shotgun to help pay for this. Because I do want that piece of armor. It is actually, the reason why it's so expensive is because it's sturdy to start with, so I don't actually even have to upgrade it to sturdy. I can just make do with what I've got there. I need all that stuff, so I don't want to get rid of any of that. Don't want to get rid of that, so I can make some upgrades to the unique 10mm pistol that I'm going to use. I guess I could get rid of this fusion core to help pay for it, get rid of all these shotgun shells to help pay for it, and now, not the left one, because the mantis piece is the left one. We want the right one instead, so I'll take it. It's a lot of caps. That's okay. I don't quite have enough to finish my purchases, though, so I guess I'm not doing that just yet. Oh, well. That's okay. Let's take a look at this thing. I think I need to stud it, actually. It reduces damage from super mutants by 15%. It's not the best, but it'll, you know, it'll keep us safe-ish. Let's put on all this new armor that we've got. I'll deck it out and go from there. Let's see, this is left arm. We've got chest, right leg. Oh, it shows up in the Pipboy. Okay. And that. So I can get rid of this. I need to keep that. So get rid of the gauntlets. Deck out the protector's arm guard. So... and then we'll go from there. The Swan technique. So that involves fighting Swan. I know you can block his attacks, like all of them. But, I don't know, is that the technique? I'm not familiar if that's not the technique. Can I take this off?
Don't be caught dead.
I wonder if I can take this off and then stick it on the sturdy one that I just got. Let's see. Attach mod. Yes, I can. Okay, it's a good thing I did that because now I don't have to spend the materials on it. So that's a little more useful. I don't think I need to. What's brace do? Reduce additional melee damage while blocking. Yeah, I guess that's fine-ish.
Buy and sell everything to everyone, except
Yep, in an easier way. Okay, there we go. I did in fact remember it, and I also remembered to take the studded off before I scrapped that thing. So that's good. All right, so we can scrap this now because we won't need any of that leather anymore. We can rename this to CB Protectors Gauntlet. There we go. And then that's it for that. All right. So I don't know. I think we're good for most parts. The only thing that I need to do now, there's one more thing I need to buy, but I'm going to wait to buy it until I need to transport all of my extra valuables over here to Diamond City. And all those valuables are currently stashed in my valuables box back at Sanctuary. So I'm going to basically fast travel back and forth and go from there.
Is the Institute spying on your home? Read the public to find out.
Remember to enter the door of the jail of Nick Valentine.
Selling papers is busy work, lady.
I'm sure it is. I need to see your sister, actually. I haven't gotten Nick Valentine just yet. We just got to Diamond City. This is the first stream where we got to Diamond City, so I actually haven't finished that quest yet, but I'll... So there's an extra door in there, huh? So I'll keep that in mind for when we go there. Piper? Said you found your next story.
Drop by. You holding up, Blue?
Well, actually, I mean Blue, but also...
My favorite ballpark's become a shantytown. Today's been great.
Fantastic.
You're mentioning that, seeing as you're from a vault.
Oh, good. You just know that.
Blue jumpsuit right now, but the Pipboy and that fish out of water look, dead giveaways.
I suppose not everybody's been running around with a Pipboy, have they?
I want an interview. Your life story in print.
Okay.
I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth.
Well, I'm about as outside as you can get, so without leaving Boston.
I'll come with you. Watch your back while you get used to the world above ground.
I don't particularly need your help, but I guess I'll answer a few questions.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business.
Are we defeating the Huns
from a
now?
vault, how would you describe your time on the inside?
Well, I didn't really spend a whole lot of time in there, to be fair, or at least it felt like I didn't.
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge?
Something like that.
The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
Actually...
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
My skincare program must be fantastic.
A woman out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
Well... It's not really... I don't know if we can really compare that, especially since I wasn't an army veteran pre-war.
Can you even compare the two? The world out here? It's not even close to the one I left.
Feeling a little homesick, are we? Can't say I blame you. Now, I already know you're looking for your son, Sean.
That's right.
Do you suspect the Institute was involved in his kidnapping?
If I'm honest with you...
I don't know.
No one ever does. That's what makes them so scary. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different.
Okay.
I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The
Sure.
threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen.
You know, I've noticed that since I got here.
Lost a loved one, but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them.
Well, here's where we go out on a positive note.
No matter how much you want to give up, don't. You have to have hope that you'll see them again, or at least that you'll know the truth.
A strong note to end on, Blue. Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, I agreed to come with you, right? Watch your back. Just say the word when you're ready. I can't wait to see where the story goes next.
I don't think I'll need that help, but thanks for the extra 195 experience points. Yeah, I really just came here for the EXP, that's all. Go to that location. After that, hit Swan one time, then go into the half tunnel. Oh, the one that goes down into Park Street Station. And Swan can't enter, so free damage taken for Swan and no damage for you. Yeah, it's a good plan. I'd feel a little dirty if I used a tactic like that. But it is a good plan. I think it would definitely work as a cheese method for killing him. I'm probably going to try to fight him legit, and I'm probably going to try to do it at a very low level. But before we do that, I need to go all the way back to Sanctuary, grab all my valuables, and purchase one more thing here in Diamond City, so that I can have a base of operations while I'm looking for my son and for Nick Valentine on the next episode of Fallout 4 the Stream Edition, which will be happening on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Thanks, my hair is still in pretty good shape. Thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I will see all of you on the next one, which, as I said, will be on Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Just use it! I will probably demonstrate it just for the sake of demonstrating it, and then I'll reload and do it legit. Until Thursday, everybody, take care and have a good one. Cricket? Resident. I could swear it was like looking in a mirror at her. Maybe I really am going crazy.